Morning, good evening, good day. Happy Father's Day to all the strong, real good fathers in the world. Either you have a kid or not, happy Father's Day to you. Today, we celebrate what we call the Phoebes in the nation family, women, hundreds of women changing lives, doing great works all over the nation, all over the world, and helping me to do this charity work. Like this year, we've committed over 200 million naira to small businesses, female businesses as well, to change lives, to employ more people. This is what we stand for. So I decided to hold this just to talk to you. At some point, I will be on live. Look at the people on the page whose lives are changing because of the 1 million naira each that you are giving them. This is what we stand for. No, don't let anybody deceive you with empty words. This is PT. This is Nation Family, and we will keep changing life. But hey, you'll see those female leaders in the next slide and other slides. They are doing well. God is helping them. Happy is here, of course, driving. And we're just enjoying God, praising God. The service is going to be awesome. And we're on our way to the service. Tune in, Family TV. Tune in and you're going to watch for yourself. Look at the weather here. Brilliant. So beautiful. I love you guys. I love you. May God bless and be with you. PT for life. I love you all. Hey. It's called shopping on PT.
No, it's called memory lane.
Oh yeah, memory.
People are collecting from your body.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Then you got richer. I know. Then you got richer. I can't. It's even big. It's like it's meant for you.
It's not even your side.
Exactly.
You understand?
You see now, people go fund me. Help me to get back to life. Frost.
Yeah. Love you. PT.
Hey.
PT.
OBO.
I only do.
Abi the coordinator. Abi Sola.
PT.
Guys, let's go to girl.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness of London.
Can someone please tell me why he has got his feet on the table? Why has he got his feet on the table?
He thinks it looks cool. He wants to be cool. I'm a cool dude.
What is this about? These are all the videos that he's putting out there. And this is supposed to be a preacher, the one who is reaching out to youngsters. Youngsters. This is mind boggling. It's mind boggling. But hey, what do I know? I don't know anything.
What do you guys need full Sunday services for? They always ask me, I think, well, what for? Isn't this a powerful Sunday service? We're giving local brands opportunity. We're connecting businesses that people will not give opportunities to normally.
They keep talking about local brands, business opportunities. Show us these business opportunities. Show us what these businesses are. The only thing you will hear is 140 businesses we've got. Name them, show them to us. All of this is just smoking mirrors, just a show. It's crazy. And he sits there at the center of it all. Look at him. Just look. The earth is the Lord's, complete the scripture. Values increase as we saw. Wait. Values increased as we saw 138K plus people watch the penthouse service live yesterday. So yesterday, that video you watched, they went to do service at the penthouse. These people have not got a church of their own. They keep going from place to place to go and do service. This is service. Okay, never mind.
Hi, very well. How are you today, guys? It's gonna be a podcast, live podcast, and it's gonna be a beautiful time. How are you guys doing? Let's
How
go.
you guys doing? Yeah? How you guys doing? How you guys
Afro,
doing? Huh?
Afro,
Am I
Afro, he never, as you said, he never show what these at least two or three of those businesses are, or take them through the you would take and go to the business and show that this is what the young people are doing. Go through, do a tour, get pictures. It's just talk.
It's all talk. It's all talk. But anyway, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hello? I mean, I'm trying to be a Toby. How are you guys doing? Everybody doing okay? Are you all doing okay? Is everybody okay today? Hey Frank, how are you? Are you okay? Huh? The TSS, we've got him up here, here, here. That's him right there. Hi. Seno Pataki, hello, good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. And let's see. It's disappointed to see Davido rolling with this scammer. And Seno says, I ain't disappointed. I do like Davido. I like him. I like his music. But this right here, this right here is just indeed. I too am disappointed. But you know something? I don't know what brings them together. There might be other things. So who are we to say? I mean, you can be friends with people, that's fine. But when you have heard all these allegations, at some point you need to stop and ask questions. You need to stop. You're busy showing off with a pastor, even collecting his jewelry. This is a man who has not got papers, so he has not worked for that money. Is that my phone? Yeah, it looks like it's mine. So this is a person that, all these allegations of fraud, all these allegations, the least person you want to be identified with is the one who has all these allegations around him. And if Freeze and all these people who are associating with this man, if they only did their homework, they would realize that he is nothing but a con man. If only they did their homework. But we're here to do the homework for them. We're here to do the homework for them. The things that they have decided to turn a blind eye on, we are not turning a blind eye. We are looking. We're going to do the homework for them and keep exposing this man, keep exposing him. It's terrible to show off his designer shoe. Is that why he had his foot on his foot? He had his foot on the table. Disgusting. Davido also did crypto, right? I don't know. Did he? Did he? I don't know. I've got no idea. I have no idea. And guys, please do not get it twisted. The reason why I I carry on doing this about this man, number one, is to expose the lies. This is not, please don't think because just recently when this news broke that this was the first time I've done streams about him. No, I've done streams about him. I've done streams about Daddy Freeze in the past. I've done, quite a few streams already, right? Phil, you joined me in some of those streams, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So we've
yes,
done
we
streams,
did.
yeah, exposing these people. And so this is we're just continuing this work. We knew back then that these two, Freeze and Toby, were nothing but scammers. We knew back then. We know now, and we will continue to expose these people. Right? Freeze. In fact, I think I need to go and do a stream on Freeze again. But never mind. That would be on another day. But in the meantime, I hope everyone is doing okay. We're going to look into a stream. It was an interview that Toby did. I want us to watch it together and to see if we can make sense. I don't know who advises this man. I don't know what he's trying to achieve. I don't know what is chasing him. Something is clearly chasing him. Something is clearly chasing this man. This man is, I don't know if it is damage control. I don't know what it is, but something is clearly chasing this man. But anyway, Vessel, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thanks, Afro. How you doing? Hope you had a lovely day. Hi, everyone. Ref CSS. Nice to see you
Hi,
here.
princess.
How cold is it where you are? It's very cold here.
It's cold, Afro. I've got my electric blanket on.
Okay, good.
hmm
Wait,
Wow.
are you in the bed?
As usual.
Is in the bed with
As
the
usual.
electric blanket on.
Yes.
So that means
In my super king size bed.
when we don't hear anything, when it goes quiet, we know what has happened.
Yes.
Wow.
It
Okay.
the electric blanket has
Mm-hmm.
taken me where I don't know.
Mm, 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 mm. It don't carry you go far away, far
Far away.
away.
Is that
Okay.
red blanket?
Uh,
Mm.
yes, electric blanket. I've got one as well. I was averse to an electric blanket for a very long time, but I just decided, you know what? Let's see what the hype is about. So I went and got me one, and let me tell you, hmm, that thing, hmm, that thing is something on. That thing is something. Okay, right. Give me a minute. Let me pull out. Let me pull out this video. Welcome.
Um,
Hope you all are doing okay.
Afro, there are
Yes,
about 38 people watching, 35. Please like and subscribe.
yes, that's right, Phil. Thank you.
Just hit that like button and subscribe. It
That's
costs
right.
you nothing to subscribe.
Okay.
Are you playing a video, Afro?
Not yet. No, I'm about to play it
Oh,
now.
okay.
Okay, I'm about to play it now. Hey, Phil Baines, good to see you. Good to see you. Tamazite, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, David did crypto. Listen, this is a question to everybody. Is crypto legit? Please, I need to know, is crypto legit? The reason why I asked this question, I remember when crypto just first came out. I had a neighbor friend who, tried to introduce me to this crypto thing. I went, she invited me to her house so she could show me. I'm telling you, I sat in that meeting. I was there for 2 hours. From the beginning to the end, what she was saying did not make sense to me. I did not understand it. But it was sort of like a pyramid sort of system. When you bring one person, then you bring another person, then you bring another person. And it didn't make sense. And for me, I wasn't going to, until I know more, you know. They said you bring 350, then when you bring somebody else, they bring 350. Listen, it did not make sense to me, this crypto thing that she tried to. So since then, I've just been very skeptical about crypto. But what does everybody think? Do you guys think that crypto is legit? Are there real crypto? This is just my just my ignorance here, because I have no idea. But I just want to know: are there like real legit crypto things? Is there some? I don't know what to even ask. Special Kali, hey, special Kali is going to fall asleep in a minute. Special Kali has their electric blankets on. Oh, now we know what's going to happen. Someone's going to be falling asleep on us.
The electric blanket is.
There are many of them here that are going to fall asleep on us. Apropos with
Best
spices.
invention ever.
Apropos with spices. Guys, make sure to follow Apropos with spices. Interesting and very insightful. She knows exactly what she's talking about. Knows exactly what she is talking about on her platform. Make sure you go and follow. No, crypto is a pyramid scheme. Is it? Okay, okay. I mean, I would like to know more about. It's partially legit depending on the kind of crypto, but unfortunately, most crypto projects fail. Exactly, all of them fail. Well, the ones I've seen so far, I don't know. So I need to know, what is it? What is the lady tried at her best, but I didn't understand it. Anyway, let's get into this video. Right, the video set up his own crypto coin. Really? He had his own. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, crypto relies on recruiting, and if too many people cash out, the crypto crashes. Okay. Oh, interesting. Right. Okay, that might be something we might dig into. Okay, now our friend Tobi Adegboyega did an interview recently. In Toby's mind, I think he feels that every interview is an opportunity to sell himself. Every interview is an opportunity for him to set the record straight. Unfortunately for him, when people like myself, Phil, Vessel, are on the case, we see right through, we can sift through the yapping, and we can zero in on the things that he is not saying. Of all the interviews of Toby that I have watched, this guy, I respect this man. This man asked the he was giving Toby back to back, back to. Oh no, this man, I don't really know him. I've seen his face from time to time, but never. But Mike, this guy, no, he did not let Toby off. He really went in. But let's go and have a look, okay? And as we're doing that, we will get Vessel and Phil to give their insight as well. Okay, so he says his records are clean. So this is what this interview is about. Okay,
leadership structure for the INEC in 2025.
Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Let's get to it. Tonight, we turn our focus to a figure who has stirred both admiration in some quarters and controversies in equal measure. Joining us is Pastor Tobi Adegboyega, the UK-based Nigerian cleric and founder of the Spark Nation, a church renowned for his unorthodox approach to evangelism and his appeal to young people. However, Pastor Tobi's leadership has not been without scrutiny, as he now faces probes into the financial operations of the church and allegations ranging from financial misconduct to undue influence over church members. Tonight, we have a one-on-one conversation with him, aiming to explore the man behind the headlines. Is he a misunderstood visionary transforming lives, or did the accusation and the allegation reflect deeper concerns about his ministry? Pastor Tobi will address these allegations, share his perspectives on his work, some of the issues relating to the Conservative Party in the United Kingdom, offering insight into the controversy surrounding the Spark Nation. Nigerian Pastor Tobi Adegboyega has dismissed claims that he was about to be deported from the UK, where his church is facing allegations of financial misconduct. He's the leader of the Spark Nation Salvation Proclaimer Ministry Limited. That's what it's called, now known as a Nation Family. He joins me now live from the UK. Pastor Tobi Adegboyega, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Good evening, Sean.
Let's begin the conversation. You are a pastor. That is what a lot of people know you for. But in the Christendom, in the Christian community globally, there are those who will say you need to establish your calling. How were you called? Where did you get a calling? And how did you start this ministry of yours?
Well, I came to the UK 2005, but I'm a pastor's son. I'm from Nigeria, and I've been preaching since I was 8 in my dad's church. And so the details of where I was called, I think God's call over a person's life is based on the need of a generation. So what I've done and what I yielded to was the need for a generation, especially those that I met in what you would call the diaspora. I met kids that were going off rail, kids from Nigerian descent killing themselves over drug trade, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. And I responded to the call of my community at the time, Queens Road, Peckham, 2005. That's about 20 years ago. So to detail and dovetail my call, if anybody would ask, I want them to remember that Martin Luther King Jr. was a pastor. And so the manifestation of our call is a response to the generational call, the pressing issue of each day.
So the question will be, the manner in which you operate your church has been described as unorthodox, something that is sometimes strange to how Christianity or the Christian church in several places are being run. Why do you decide to run your own church in a way that has caused a stir in the Christendom?
Okay, the intention was not to cause a stir. The intention was to be effective. The current Pentecostal movement, which is just about the Azusa Street Pentecostal movement, which is just about 100-year-old.
Okay, so we start off by asking him about his calling. Then he starts giving this story of when he was 25, he came to the UK. You came to the UK at the age of 25 to do whatever it is you intended. So, but as you came to the UK, Tobi, everybody around you just started to buy themselves. All the young people, 14, 15, they started buying themselves. This is the story you keep telling everyone. And you stepped up to go and help 14, 15-year-olds. Okay, Tobi, the question is how? How did you help these people? Seun is a good interviewer. And I'm just, in this particular interview, it was, wow. He did not even, he was just going. I absolutely enjoyed his interview with Tobi. But Tobi is just a nuisance as usual. So the question then to Tobi is, guys, what do you think? Think about this. A 25-year-old boy, like he called himself, a 25-year-old boy, come to the UK. Find yourself in Peckham. Peckham was notoriously rough. So people are on the streets, unaliving themselves. Can anyone answer the question, how did Tobi help those kids? Does anybody know? How did he go about helping people in gangs who were killing themselves and all these things? How did you do it, Tobi? This is the story he peddles out there. This is the story he gives everybody. But nobody is asking how. Oh yeah, Tobi, okay, if you at the age of 25 did this, what were the methods that you utilized in rescuing these kids, in helping them change their way? How? Phil, you're going to say something,
Yeah, that's the same question I will ask.
right?
Yeah. Because he had not given any details. And one question that in my mind is, did anybody investigate to see whether or not he
What
really
is Phil eating?
popcorn?
Phil, what are you eating? We can hardly hear
Eating
you.
popcorn and nuts.
Just hear you.
Right, but I was wondering if anybody investigated to see whether or not his claim is true that he started preaching at
Mm,
8
I don't doubt
in
that.
church.
I don't doubt the preaching at 8 years old. Christianity is a religion where um, calling is transmitted via, you inherit the calling by, it's hereditary, it's sexually transmitted, and you can transfer it, you know, through through hereditary. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
Pastors always will recruit their sons and
yeah,
recruit their own family members. Some will recruit their wives, hence why calling is sexually transmitted. You see your
yeah,
husband, next thing his wife, who has never been to business school, pastor school a day in her life, she's now Pastor Mrs. She's now on the pulpit, she's preaching, right? So this is this religion. So because his father was a preacher, guess, I mean, it's automatic. The son
yeah.
too becomes a preacher.
But because the reason why I asked that is because knowing the slick character this guy is,
Hmm.
and not every word is to be trusted from him because he has
Mm-hmm.
shown he's very slippery. That's why I asked that question. Has anybody investigated to see whether or not that is true? Because he might using that as a flex to say, look, God give me a calling from 8 years old. When he probably didn't even. So it is because it is him and the sort of character he is. It's still kind of question mark. But he didn't give no details though about God's calling really. He just said he started preaching at 8. He didn't say okay, it was praying or I just had this desire. It's just base level, no
Mm.
details.
No details. Mm. And I imagine a scenario where daddy would call him, yeah, oh yeah, Toby, come and talk to the people. And that's what he means by I started preaching at 8. Those unofficial, daddy wants to show off that his son is taking after his calling, right? So these preachers, they want to show you that yes, I've managed to transmit my power into my own children. So anyway, let's continue. I don't know if Vessel wants to say anything.
I'm listening. I'm listening. You know, when I come in, I'm gonna come in.
Okay.
Afro,
Mm-hmm.
his father is still alive.
I think so. I
So
think so.
nobody has interviewed his father.
I don't know. You know what? Just out of curiosity, let's see. Spark Nation Nigeria. Spark Nation Nigeria. What information do we have about Spark Nation in Nigeria? Um. mm, 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 mm.
The video is not playing, Afro.
No, I wasn't playing the video. I'm trying to find information about his father's church. Just give me a
Oh,
second.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm trying to find Salvation Proclaimers South Base. I want to know what the name of the church is in um Salvation Proclaimers Church in Nigeria. I'm just curious. I want to know if just give me a second, guys. Right. Okay. Now, mm, 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 mm. Okay. Right. So this is what is coming up, my people. Let me show you Toby's father's church. Can you guys see the pictures? Can you see the pictures?
They just need to be a
Yeah,
bit slightly
but
I
bigger,
then
I
maybe.
will make them. I'll make them. But can you see this? Eh?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So this is the bus. This is Salvation Proclaimers Anointed Church, SPAC, Polytechnic Road, Sango, Ibadan. So this is emergency exit. This is the bus. Is it the bus that takes people to church? Mm, that's the cathedral. Okay. That's the cathedral. So this is SPAC Nation. This is SPAC Nation Nigeria. Okay. This is the choir. Hmm. I saw a photo of just one second. Let's see here. There is what is this photo? Where is it? I saw a photo. What is this photo? Give me a second. What is this? Worship with us. Why is that photo not coming up when I click on it? Give me a second. Let's see. Images. It's only Toby's photo. What's coming up? Aha. What is this? Right. Let's see what this is. Hmm. So this is SPAC Ministries International. So this is the official Twitter account of Salvation Proclaimers Anointed Church. Um, yeah, this is Daddy's church in Nigeria. But I want to see if Daddy has any photos here. Does Daddy have any photos?
of
Um,
himself preaching.
that's his dad. Can you see? The picture is a bit
Yeah,
small, but that's his
if
dad.
you if you hold down control and scroll your mouse forward, it should zoom in.
You see what?
Hold down control on the keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
CTL, and then scroll the mouse. Use the scroll button. It can expand pictures usually. If you hold down control on the keyboard, which is
Uh-huh.
CTRL,
Uh-huh.
and then use the scroll button on your mouse. It should expand.
All right,
Yeah,
all right, all
go
right.
that way, right? Yeah,
And this is the best it can do. So yeah,
right.
Prophet
Yeah.
Prophet S.A.
Oh,
Adegboyega.
so he do YouTube too
I don't know.
videos. Ah, because we should check out the dad at some point and see if,
Mm-hmm,
if he
mm-hmm.
has YouTube and compare their
But
yeah,
this is
what he teaches to what
yeah, but that's Daddy's church. So
Tobi.
let's
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of young people in there.
yeah, they are young people, but
A lot of young people. Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah, 'Cause I am surprised that I don't hear anything about his father, or he doesn't talk about
Same here.
just
Same
only
here. Let's
that
see.
his father was a
Ah,
pastor.
that's his dad. Look, that's
Yeah.
David.
Ah,
That's Toby's dad. Hmm.
this is Fat Nation,
That is his
National
dad.
Nigeria in YouTube. Let me see.
He looks nothing like his dad. Hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't.
There's young people in this as well. Ah. Vessel.
Uh-huh.
I
Vessel.
see.
Vessel.
Mm-hmm.
This one has run to Nigeria.
The
Oh, that's
brother.
he was
This
his
is his
brother.
brother. Yes.
Oh,
This was
After
the one that
stealing
was
that woman's money.
in the UK with Toby here and ran. Now look at him. What did he say?
Family of thieves.
Prayer is the greatest currency that carries weight in the supernatural because outside of prayer, there is nothing God will do. Hmm?
so
Hmm.
so
Okay.
so 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 wait, when he ran to Nigeria, ran back, he was caught.
I'll show you why. Give me a second. Let me wait. Give me a second. Let me show you
Yes.
why he had to run back to Nigeria. Hold on.
Oh
Give me a
gosh.
second, please. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh
You
wow.
always have to come. You have to come with the
The
with the
tickets, the
evidence,
receipts,
with
the
the receipts,
evidence.
with the receipts. Okay, I'll show you why he had to run, and he ran like a little kitty. He ran for his dear life. 1 second. I'll find it. Give me a second, please. Guys, while I'm doing that, please can you guys just make sure to give the stream a thumbs up
Yeah.
for me, please. Please, please. Okay, this is the reason why he ran. Wait, give me a second.
This is strange. I I was looking for see if his father had any YouTube
Good evening,
videos.
everybody. First of all, I just want to say a massive thank you to the outpour of support on Facebook, on social media concerning this issue, regarding Pastor, or as we used to call him, Reverend Adegboyega, concerning him, because I receive a lot of a positive support from you guys, my friends, my families, everybody. But one thing we should understand that it's not over until it is over. This game is not over yet, because I'm thinking in my head, this is 10 years long now. 2012, 2012, November 2012 was when he took the loan. Dakpo Adegboyega, he should come out. I need Nigeria to support me to call this pastor, this reverend, at present day as I'm talking to you, he's with his father in Spark Nation, Salvation Proclaimers Army Church, Ibadan, with his father. Dr. Reverend Samson Adegboyega is right there in Ibadan, in Nigeria. He's promoting his father's church, his father's business, or whatever. Why this man was in UK? He approached us. He told me specifically. So he said that the Holy Spirit specifically called my name, that we should assist him to take a loan to buy a property for God. Before man and God, we all know we are all from Nigeria and Africa. Nobody go here say they won't buy us for God. We're not going to like to contribute in little quarter. That was my mindset. I said, it's okay. Since God have told you, God will always make a way. I just told him that, okay, I would think about it. Before I know, because he used to be a banker, he came to UK to do his master's and he started working with Barclays Bank, but not knowing that he wasn't working anymore. Anyway, that's the story for another day. So what happened was that Adegboyega was the one that organized the money. He was the one one that organized the loan, because he told me it was a loan. It was later understood that he was remortgaging my property. He remortgaged my property. That was what he did. He didn't take a direct loan that he secured it on my property. No, he went to like sell my property to the bank to collect money. This
Oh
is a very,
boy.
very big crime, and it should be called out to it. So what happened was that I was not even around, but he called me before I traveled. He will call me, Pastor Rishi, they need so and so documents. Before you know, I don't run go church. I will give him, I will sign. I signed a lot of documents, even without reading them. I kept signing because I felt that we were doing something for God. We were doing something for Almighty God. God should bear me witness. I signed. One day he now called me. I was away on holiday. He called me that, oh yeah, Pastor Rishi, can you come back immediately? This money is true. I said, which money? He said the money is in your account. If I'm the one that was chasing the money, we know, isn't it? He called me and I came back to UK. From airport, when I got to Woolwich, I told him I'm married. He dropped that to Woolwich, to the bank with me. It's okay. Transfer 90,000 to church accounts. 90,000 was transferred to Webic account. Transfer 20,000 or so to his own account. I transferred. I did not even see any repayment agreement. I did not see anything that concerns, okay, you are paying back. No, absolutely zero. What he promised us was that, as he said, that the Holy Spirit specifically called our name to take a loan to support the church. He said that if we buy the property was at Crims Court. If we buy the property, then they will renovate it to blocks of flats. Then they will have a worship center. It was even making mention of other churches that we are doing the same thing. I didn't question him. We all, myself, my best friend, we call ourselves twins, Blessing Asanya. That was, she lost her property completely, lost her house, three bed house, lost it. This man don't have conscience. This man don't even think that this is a huge crime. This is something big. Another lady that was like a single mom in the church, not knowing that he carried that lady to the church, to the bank, to go and withdraw money, to go and withdraw her savings. The lady told me that she withdrew her savings over 20,000 pounds. That when they were going, something started telling her not to withdraw more than that. But he wants more of it. And you know, because we are together in the church, we were already like discussing it together. Everybody know that I went to take that huge amount, or he asked me to take it. Everybody know about mine, but I never knew that it was even taken from other people. It was later that all these things came out. Now that we now knew that he collect from this person, no, he collect this person, collect this person. I was like, really? So what does he think he was doing in UK? What does he think he was doing? What does Tobi Adegboyega think in his head that he was doing? Okay, he was in Dubai with his wife. They went on holiday. We came to church that Sunday morning. The owner of the church locked us. I don't even think that this is a huge crime. This is something big. Another lady that was like a single mom in the church, not knowing that he carried that lady to the church, to the bank, to go and withdraw money, to go and withdraw all her savings. The lady told me that she withdrew her savings over 20,000 pounds. That when they were going.
Okay. To be honest with you,
Wow.
this story didn't make a lot of sense. It was all over the place. And you must understand that these people look for women like these that cannot really articulate themselves, right? It's predatory what they do. They go and look for people who cannot really tell you, they're not critical thinkers.
Yeah.
Remortgage your home.
Wow.
Pastor, how? What has that pastor done for you that you will remortgage your home? I'm not trying to blame the victim here. I'm not. But I'm just trying to tell you the nature of how these people move. They choose their victims. It's a deliberate thing. They will not choose people that, can question them, people that can, they know that these people are people that, they're sold
Desperate.
out for God. They are sold out for God, no questions asked. And this is why religion is a scam. Religion is one of the biggest tools of controlling, of making people subject to you. That belief in God that people have, that belief in God, your pastors manipulate you. Every time you contribute 1 penny, that pastor has managed to scam you. You are paying for a God that can pay for himself. It is ridiculous.
Wow.
So
Wow. That's hurtful.
Vessel, are you still there?
Vessel? Vessel going off to snoozy?
Hmm.
But
Toby says
it's
"Stop
sad.
complain
That,
and
uh,
bring wicked person to court." He has run away. He has run
yeah.
back to Nigeria. And this is what we were looking at earlier on. This is him here. He is back in Nigeria. This is him.
Oh.
She's in the UK complaining about this guy. But he's back in Nigeria. Will you think you'll go and meet the police in the UK and say, hey, Pastor took he's over in Nigeria and this he's not a British citizen. So where would she begin? Hmm? Someone says she's gone. What do you mean she's gone? Frank, what do you mean she's gone? I don't know what that means. Now we need him extradited. Who is going to extradite him? Who? Anyway, let's see.
Afro be frequent. What was his father's name again? You know the first name? Yeah, his father's name.
Hmm,
Bishop something.
Prophet.
Prophet.
Prophet. Something Adegboyega. Hold on, let's see.
Prophet.
Prophet S.A. Adegboyega. I don't know what the S.A. stands for.
Prophet. S-A.
S.A. Adegboyega.
S-A. Right. I did real good. All right, let me see. 'Cause I was searching for any YouTube videos on his father,
Mm-hmm.
right? And nothing is coming up. Only Adobe Tobi,
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay.
is strange to me seeing that. I don't know. Anyway, that
I
is strange.
no idea. But it looks like this is his father. This is Toby's dad. But Toby
Yeah.
doesn't speak a lot about his dad. But never mind, that's not the issue. Right. So this is daddy. Daddy here says, those who use the word of God are those who conquer the world. Okay. All right, daddy. All right, daddy. Is his mom. Who is this woman? Wait, let's see. Who is she? Hmm. There is a resemblance between this pastor here and this woman. Never heard Toby speak about his mother before, but there is a resemblance between Pastor, what's his name, Pastor Dapo, and this woman. So hold on, let me see if there's any information. Hmm. Okay, I don't know. Hmm. Uh-huh. That is Toby's mother. That right there is Toby's mom. Let's see. Right. That's Toby's mom. Wait, Phil said control and
Scroll and it probably when you go a certain thing, it probably does the maths for that.
wow.
Yeah, whoa,
Toby looks more like his
his mother.
mom.
Hmm. But he never
Wow.
speaks about his mom.
No, never heard him speak about his mother. This is interesting. That's father and mother. Let me take a screenshot. Hold on. Um, hold on. Let me take a screenshot. Oh, come on. Why is my screenshot thing not working? Okay, there we go. Right. Excuse me. Hmm.
Afro, but I found a I found the YouTube video with his
Okay.
father. The only thing that provokes God's blessings, Prophet S.A. Adegboyega.
Adeboyega.
Yeah, most of and is one only one
Hmm.
One. So
Yeah,
I don't.
because this guy has now started taking over
Let
him,
me see.
the
Yeah,
brother.
because I was wondering if is. Oh.
The brother has now started.
Let me see.
This is a family of preachers. Anyway, let's go back
Yeah, I
to
gotta
the
go back.
interview. We'll go back to the
One.
interview and then we can look at that video
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, it's
tomorrow or
actually
later on.
is 59 seconds.
Is it 59 seconds?
Yes.
Are you willing to, you ready to show it?
Yeah, I can sure
All
it's
right, go
only
on.
59 seconds.
It might be
But
that
yeah,
he's adopted.
I,
Hmm.
I,
I
I
don't know.
hmm.
He hardly speaks about his mom though. Hardly. Has anyone heard him speak about his mom? Has anyone ever heard him? This is the same thing with his wife. The wife was a nobody, was not known until very recently. We started seeing wifey. But
Wow.
before then, she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't known at all. So we'll go back to the interview of the day.
Yeah. Just polite thing is, as I says, 59 seconds.
Where is it?
It's
Oh,
there,
oh,
but
oh, there we go.
you
All
got to
right,
pull
go
it
on.
up, right? All right. Listen. Me too.
Was given instruction to that woman in debt.
Yeah.
When Elisha was given instruction to that woman in debt, he said to her, go back home now, borrow empty vessels from all over the world. And then you will see the miracle of God. Instruction must be followed. People of God, please note this very well. God, I want you to do this for me. I want to get out of this problem. I don't want to be begging before I eat. I want to ride in my own car. I want to live in my own houses. Oh Lord Jesus, do something. And then you must be able to come back and ask, what God do you say I should do? Until that is completed, there is no way for breakthrough. Live a life of holiness. Live a life of obedience. When you obey the word of God and the instruction of God and the statutes of God you keep, I can assure you, simply
He,
and very easily, God will drop your victory in your hand.
he should tell that to his son. The
I
one
guess
that run.
the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree, no?
Agree.
Okay, let's go back to the what do you call it? The interview.
Is dead. So the call of the day, times are never the same forever. So they can say it's unorthodox, but the question is it effective? Did it get people out of gangs? Did it get knives off the street? When I came to the UK, and still till recent years, pastors' kids were gang leaders. It's public knowledge. I took these guys off the street, and we realized that it's not just taking them off the street. You have to now create things for them to do. I understand that that is unorthodox. It is strange. It doesn't look like the church. But right there where the churches were, people were killing themselves on those streets. We can't turn a blind eye at that. I think that would be unfair to the name of Christ and to the kingdom takeover, which the church is supposed to be about. The church is not about gathering, it's about kingdom, making sure God's kingdom spreads through the earth and through all industries.
Your character and the manner in which you portray yourself, luxury, expensive cars, expensive watches. There are those who say these are some of the traits that makes people think, wait a minute, is this a pastor in the real sense of it? Why do you exhibit those traits?
Well, I'm a pastor, but I'm also Tobi first. So I'm not sure about expensive clothes. I just wear clothes. And like every other person who put on their clothes and go to parties or wherever they go to, I put on clothes. But most importantly, in the BBC documentary in 2020, they explored, they came to my house to see the work we're doing. They were in my house for many days. That is real investigation. And then contacted to know, why do you do these things? And I said to them, again, when we came, we saw how the drug dealers attracted a lot of young people. We wanted to divert the attention from drug dealers to leaders who are effective in the community. And it's produced the results we wanted. We took 63 knives off the street in 2018. We doubled that in 2019.
Tobi Adegboyega took 63 knives off the street. So, guys, I want you to understand something. When someone starts putting themselves on a very high pedestal, you've got to be very weary. Tobi wants you to believe that before he got to Peckham as a 25-year-old boy, people were killing themselves. People were just acting willy-nilly. People were just, stabbing. Things were happening. But as soon as Tobi showed from Nigeria, all those killings stopped. Nobody was being violent because Tobi is now in the UK. Tobi's on the scene. He's on the streets. This is the foolishness this guy wants you to believe. And if you believe that, then wait. How does one explain to you that the UK has their own police? So how on earth did this guy manage to do these glorious things that he is talking about? Because he is lying. Tobi is lying. He got himself a handful of people, and in his mind, he has affected the whole of UK. He has done all these magical things. It's all a lie. It is not true. You took 63 knives. For all you know, what stops Tobi and his members going to buy knives and pretending that those knives were from the gangs? Did Tobi go with the person whose knife they took? Tobi, did you go with the person whose knife it was? Did you tell the person whose knife you took to go and surrender themselves to the police? Because you just took a knife. Guys, think about this. Listen to the foolishness. Somebody just grabs a knife and goes to the police. Yeah, I took this knife from the street. Oh, here, take. Tomorrow, I took this knife from the street. Here, take. So what? You took knife from the street. So what? You took knives from the street. They can, whoever wants to commit a crime will go and buy another one. What's this one talking about? Who are the people praising this man? Who are the people clapping for him? This is foolishness until he can prove the methods that he used to help people in Peckham or wherever. Until we can have a detailed report. Tobi was here on so and so day. Some people were about to do this, and because Tobi came on the scene, right? Then they stopped. Or do you understand? But listening to stories like this, no, it's not gonna fly.
And that is double the figure of what the Metropolitan Police are doing. And I support the Metropolitan Police. They are very effective, but we did way more.
No,
and they attest to these things. My system is my system. My look is my look. I don't want to be someone else. I don't want to dress like them. And I said on BBC, what is the price of a clothes to private jet? So a person.
I want you to take notice of something. Every question this man is asked, he does a what about ism? Oh, but what about them over there? What about this, that? He always would answer a question with answers he was not asked. He answers questions with something he was not asked. They asked him, why are you unconventional? Why are you not like, the normal preacher with your dressing? He says before he's a pastor, he's Tobi first. So Tobi likes clothing. Tobi likes to show off. Tobi is an arrogant POS before he is pastor attached to it. So when it comes to it, he's ready to show off all his clothes, show off all the luxury things that he has. But in a conversation like this, he's just Tobi. That's just what Tobi does. Excuse me? What is this guy talking about?
And I'm not disputing however a person decides to spend their money. But what is a clothes to a jet? Really? What is a clothes to the crown, the Catholic?
What is a cloth to a jet? Frank goes, oh yeah, now Frank, what is a cloth to a jet? They asked about his clothes that he's wearing. The man is now comparing clothes to jets. Toby, you forgot that you were standing by a jet. You and your whole crew. You drove to this place where you were by the jet. And you all were busy. You forgot. Don't try and separate yourself from the jet people. You are one and the same. There is videos of you. I don't know whether they entered the jet and flew. I don't know. Did they fly? They were by the jet. I showed the video the other day. I showed the video. I will look for it. Talking about jet. Hold on 1 second. This guy. What is clothes to jet? What is clothes to jet? Really? 1 second. Just give me a second. Maybe to find just 1 second. Let me see if we can find. See if we can find the private jets. Just give me a second. Might be able to find it. Anyway, we'll continue listening to while I go and look for the while we go and look for we watch the other video. I will go look for the private jet. Toby by private jet. You're not going to separate yourself. You all are one and the same, Toby. All right, let's go.
West is $10 million.
Let me ask you, you've been seen at nightclubs where perhaps those who will say these are places you often find unbelievers, people whom you will say does not portray the Christ-like, like the book of Acts of the Apostles, where those who saw those who were following Jesus in Antioch said, these are people who look like Christ. And then those who will say, does this portray what you preach? A pastor in a nightclub dancing to worldly music, as people would describe it? How do you explain such?
Okay, first of all, I've never been seen in a nightclub. That is the figment of the imagination of certain people. I've never been seen in a nightclub. It's not happened once before. I've been seen in restaurants with some of my friends who are musicians from Nigeria. They come, we go eat, but certainly not in a nightclub. However, I must also point out that those who are well do not need physicians. I've had a 20-year record of staying true to the message of Christ that we preach. We've seen many lives change. We've raised leaders. Our houses, we have 50 houses across the nation. You will see young, God-fearing pastors. Last week, Sunday, we ordained about 32 new young pastors with a standard of conduct. So, and that is because they've been following their leaders. Some of them are top scientists in the nation, and some of them CEOs. Well, I took them from prison. I took them from gangs. That is the thing people should focus on.
Toby, you took the people you ordained 2 weeks ago. You took them from prisons. You took them from gangs. The majority of them were girls.
But
the majority of those people that he was anointing were girls. What is he talking about? He took them away from prison.
Yeah, that how you could take them away from prison. How you get them? What do you mean?
I tell you how he did it, Phil. He went to the prison and said to the prison officials, I am Tobi Adegboyega, release those people to me. And the prison officials said, Yes, sir. Here you go. How many do you want from the prison? We want 10. Okay, here go. Take. Huh? I took them from
You went for prison. What?
them from the gangs. And let me tell you, you SPAC Nation members, you will always be a plaything. You will always be the prize. You will always be his talking point. If you don't see that Toby is using all of you for his benefit, I'm telling you, if you don't wake up and realize, all of you, when you go and share your stories with this man, oh, I was depressed and I was not feeling too good, Pastor Toby. He will use your story as his next talking point. He
But
will come and talk about how he has taken you away from depression. Go on,
but
Phil.
he hasn't explained how. All he said, he's give these bare general terms. He doesn't give you specifics. He hasn't explained how he has gotten some of these persons away from the gangs. No specifics.
Yes,
Or
no.
away from the prison. No specifics. It's just the same general rhetoric. Oh, I
Exactly.
have gotten people away from prison. I've got people away from the gangs. How did you do it? Give an example. You don't have to give people names, but you can give the methodology. How did you do? What did you do to get those people away from the gangs? You just
What
making a
did
claim,
you
but where is the evidence? What steps have you done?
Mm-mm. What steps? That's what we are interested in. Toby, don't open your mouth next time I'm talking rubbish. Show us, right? Show us who are the people you took away from gangs. And this is sad, people. This is really sad. It makes a mockery of the God, of the religion, of the faith. Are you telling me that God could not rescue these children? He had to wait until this chancer. He had to wait. God had to wait for this flashy one, the one that dresses in Fendi. God was waiting for the offending with Fendi pastor in order to rescue those young ones. I mean, come on. I mean, think about it. What kind of God is that waits until this clown shows up on the scene and God now says, now I want to rescue? It's foolishness. Oh, it yeah, come on. We need to be reasonable. We need to be critical. We need to, come on, don't let people tell you things that don't make sense. All this time that this one is sitting down here talking, he no get paper, he no get documentation. So how was he doing these things? Toby, you are lying. You are lying. It's all a lie. It's terrible.
But I've not been seen in nightclubs. Nobody can come up with evidence of that.
Let me ask you.
Nobody
There are
can
those who will say if
Nobody can come up with evidence of that. I've not been seen in a nightclub. Nobody can come up with evidence of that. It's either you've been seen in a nightclub or you have not been seen in a nightclub. Whether you've been seen in a nightclub or not, it's none of my. Things like that don't particularly bother me. You can be seen anywhere. You can be seen and it's fine. I mean, so he's seen in a nightclub. Okay. He's a grown adult. He can do whatever he wants. But this man has far worse things that we can talk about than him being seen in a night. Seen in a nightclub is the least of our concerns. It's the least of our concerns.
if you are a true Christian leader, you
No,
need to
he's not.
have someone who has mentored you or someone who is saying as your spiritual father. Who is yours?
Mm-hmm.
That's my father. I have a father. I have a biological father, Prophet Dr. Adegboyega. I follow the Pentecostal move very much. I'm probably the most versed person in Pentecostal move in Nigeria and in the US At my age, I think I will be a leading figure in authority on that. And I've followed that for a long time. And
Wait,
there
he
are
said
names I don't
he's
want
what?
to.
Is the most leading what?
Let me
Toby,
ask you. There are those who will say, if you
I
are
need a
a
pen
true
to write
Christian
some of these
leader,
things.
you need to have
Right.
someone who has mentored you or someone who is saying as your spiritual father. Who is yours?
That's my father. I have a father. I have a biological father, Prophet Dr. Adegboyega. I follow the Pentecostal move very much. I'm probably the most versed person in Pentecostal move in Nigeria and in the US. At my age, I think I will be a leading figure in authority on that. And I've followed that for a long time. And there are names that.
What?
What?
What did he just say?
That he's the youngest?
Wait, no. Before then, Phil, he said he follows. He said he follows the Pentecostal movement. So, Toby, if you are following the Pentecostal movement, what is your denomination then? Does anybody know what denomination Toby is in?
I know
Please.
based on what you're saying, it seems as if he's in Pentecostal, some Pentecostal thing. His father is church is Pentecostal,
Okay.
but not necessarily like Assemblies of God. I don't think Assemblies of God, but probably some, these self-proclaimed Pentecostals.
Yes. So, what denomination are you, Toby? You're following the Pentecostal. And is the thing you say next that is alarming? Please listen to Toby big up himself. Man, this guy.
Spiritual father. Who is yours?
That's my father. I have a father. I have a biological father, Prophet Dr. Adegboyega. I follow the Pentecostal move very much. I'm probably the most versed person in Pentecostal move in Nigeria and in the US. At my age, I think I will be a leading figure in authority on that. And I've followed that for a long time. And there are names I don't want to mention, but I have a father. I grew up. I preached my first message at the age of 8, and I've been preaching the same thing ever since then. So
He is the most versed. Hey, I need to take that back because I need to. No. That information, I need it. We say what?
Pentecostal move very much. I'm probably the most versed person in Pentecostal move in Nigeria.
Probably the most versed in the Pentecostal move in Nigeria and what else?
And in
And
the
the
US.
US.
At my age, I think I will be a leading figure in authority on that.
And the US.
Yeah.
And he is the leading figure.
The youngest leading figure, I think that's what he meant.
Did he say youngest? Hey,
Yeah. Go back to
Or someone who is saying as your spiritual father. Who is yours?
That's my father. I have a father. I have a biological father, Prophet Dr. Adegboyega. I follow the Pentecostal move very much. I'm probably the most versed person in Pentecostal move in Nigeria and in the US. At my age, I think I will be a leading figure in authority on that. And I've followed that for a long time. And there are names I don't want to mention, but I have a father. I grew up. I preached my first message at the age of 8, and I've been preaching.
The leading figure in authority in that.
At his age, which we saying at his young age, he probably the youngest.
Who?
Says who? Correct. I would like to know. He hasn't produced no stats. He doesn't produce any stats, no data whatsoever. Just talk out of his nourish, his nourish. Through his backside, through his boxing.
This is terrible, no?
The same thing ever since then. So if I still believe the concept of spiritual father as portrayed by the Nigerian church, I'm not sure I do so. But I have people that I talk to, people that I weigh doctrine, people that I debate doctrine with to know what is sound and what is not sound. And I'm always open to correction.
Are you worried that sometimes your message is seen as negating your lifestyle, the manner in which your association with people? Are you confusing people in the manner you move?
No, actually, if people were true to the gospel of Christ, they will realize that they call them friends of sinners. That's what is in the Bible, isn't it? Friends of sinners and all these things. And that's his name. And he spoke to a generation. He said, what should we do with this generation? He said, when we came, the Son of Man came dancing and eating, you called him names. Another one came, Elijah came, and he was in the wilderness, looking boring, looking whatever way you want to call it. And they still didn't accept it. So I can't be concerned about how people view things. Opinions are cheap. Facts are sacred. And so the fact of the work is, if you come close to us, you'll see the results. The country cannot deny it. There is no prime minister that can deny it. There is no leader in this nation right now that can deny the result of the work we've done. When the Metropolitan Police leadership came to the church, that was about 3 years ago, they sat down, they went to church, it's public knowledge. They asked us to come. Normally, dignitaries go to church to associate in UK, to associate with black people. No, they came to learn. They invited me to teach them, then they came to learn. It is our result. How many lives have been saved? How many knives did we take off the street? How many businesses did we create for this economy? How many taxpayers' money did we save them? Because they spent millions on one homicide. We took many of them out of that lifestyle and we gave them a better lifestyle. The results speak louder than the system that we.
So Toby took them away. Toby took them away from that lifestyle. So when Toby took them away from that lifestyle, can anyone tell us what lifestyle did he now give those gang leaders, those gang members? What lifestyle? So far, so good. The only lifestyle that I have seen, he uses them, right? He mobilizes them for raising of seeds. That's the only thing I have seen. So I don't know. Does anybody know? Please, what lifestyle did Toby provide these ex-gang members? Does anybody know?
He used them to. Oh yes, guys, I'm not sleeping. I had something I needed to deal with. Sorry, Frank. The
what did Frank say earlier?
Frank
Frank
goes
say
said I was
something.
sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. Na 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 na.
You don't sound like you were sleeping anyway.
Avro, he's used these young children as a means to an end. He used them for the media, to create a media presence. He used them to get into political circles. He used them to get into political circles. He used them for his image, to give himself this, savior type image.
Yes.
That's all he did.
I was listening to Apropos with Spices, the last video Apropos with Spices did on Tobi Adegboyega.
Or by the way, the Toby is not the youngest preacher that I think. The youngest preacher is called, I have it here. Let me see if I can share just quickly the screen there. Let's see, I should be able to share my screen. Just give me a second. There you go. Right, good. Right. You can pull it up there because just right. This guy, let me see if I can scroll in. This a 4-year-old. Look. A 4-year-old. she just pull up just like a search. Search. Youngest preacher canon our record. Yeah.
Have you heard him preaching, Afro?
Pentecostal, and he's Pentecostal, and this boy is a Pentecostal, so Toby's a liar.
And Toby said Nigeria and America. Remember?
Yeah.
Nigeria and America.
He's so liar.
Toby.
Have you seen this little baby preaching?
I might have seen. I've seen quite a few.
All this little baby does. Yeah, all he does is copy what he has seen the grown-ups doing.
Let me get you information.
And then they say he's on fire.
Fire. Baby fire.
This is from which site? Wikipedia. Oh. Oh.
Child to be grown now.
And Tobi is just making claims. Tobi said he started preaching 2008.
No, thank you.
Afro. Tobi said he started preaching 2008.
No, when he was 8 years old.
Right, but he would have been, that was in 2008.
No, not
That was
2008.
before that.
Before that, yes.
Oh, but Wikipedia was saying that Adobe started his former church. Oh no, he
came to
started his former
Nigeria.
church.
He
No,
came to
that's
Nigeria
his
when he
former
was
church.
25.
Okay.
When he was a 25-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He was a 25-year-old boy. Remember? All right, let's continue with the. Tobi said this guy, this Tobi guy. So wait, are you still showing this one? Okay, right. Wait, let's show.
Use our system different.
Let me ask you, is Park Nation a cult group?
It is not a cult group. Cults don't operate in the open. We operate in the open.
Apart from
Wait, so Tobi said, he said, is Park Nation a cult group? Tobi said, we are not a cult group. Cults do not operate in the open, but we operate in the open. You are daft. Tobi, cults are right there in your faces. Have you not heard of the Jim Jones cult? You didn't hear about that. You did not hear about all the other cults. They are out there. Tobi wants you to think that you are only a cult when you're in hiding. Because he is out there in the public, he is not a cult. Oh my goodness. Wait, he said we are not a cult because we are what? We are out in the public. This guy.
As money, we saved them because they spend millions on one homicide. We took many of them out of that lifestyle and we gave them a better lifestyle. The results speak louder than the system that we use. Our system is different.
Let me ask you, is Park Nation a cult group?
It is not a cult group. Cults don't operate in the open. We operate in the open.
Apart from your father, whom you say is your spiritual mentor, who in Nigeria is also one person that you would say you are modeling your lifestyle or your ministry after?
I'd rather not model. I love them all, and I'm sure we have a movement that is fading away. We have a movement that is passing away. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just that there are new frontiers. The people that are there now, they were new frontiers, and I stand on the path that there is a change needed, and we're all standing for the change, the remodeling of the church, because I believe in the church of Christ. However, I also believe that the status quo must change, and we are new frontiers for what the new church of Christ will look like.
And who are these people? You said there are a few of them that you look up to.
I don't think I'll mention that because I respect, not look up, I respect people. I respect those who lead the cause for change, societal change.
Why couldn't you mention your friend, Daddy Freeze? Daddy Freeze, this guy does not respect you enough, I'm telling you. This was the moment where you could have said, okay, one of the people that I respect is my friend, Daddy Freeze. He is leading the change. He's one of the leading voices for change. To be honest, you like it or not, Daddy Freeze has been one of the voices that is shaking Christianity. As much as he contradicts himself, he is all over the shop. He has been a shaker and a mover. I cannot take that away from Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze made some men troubled. Daddy Freeze commode sleep from some of these men, their eyes. What has Tobi done? Tobi just wearing fashion clothes. That's all he does. What does Tobi teach? What are his doctrines? I want you all to go and sit and just take your time and listen to Tobi preach. Just listen to him. Just listen to 30 minutes of Tobi preaching. I'm telling you, you feel like you should go and yank off all the hair on your head. You will not be able to understand what the guy is saying. Eh? He is deflecting questions as now 14. Just as a little, okay, I'm going to do something. Let's do 5 minutes of Tobi preaching, right? 5 minutes, guys. Tobi preaching. Let's see whether you will be inspired by Tobi. Okay? Let's try it out. Let's see, Tobi. This is what.
Afro, 5 minutes is too long, Afro.
Okay, all right. I will not put 5 minutes. It just maybe we just reduce. Okay, not 5 minutes. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. No, I understand. I don't want to torture anybody. Y'all don't deserve. You do not deserve the. But please just listen to just a few minutes. Let's see what our friend they talk. Just see whether you can make sense of what Tobi is saying. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Just give me a minute. Please go. Just I want you to go and just listen to just a few minutes of this guy's preaching. Okay. Not this one. Just pick any random. I'm going to pick any random teaching where he was quote and unquote preaching from. Okay. Right. Let's go to this one. Right.
Today we are speaking to all our network pastors and they are struggling. What should we say? What should we say? And that took 1 hour of my time saying this should be done this way, this should be done. And number one, I told you I'm enthusiastic about their humility. Now imagine now God haven't shown me that much through just sticking to the word. Imagine now a 24, 23-year-old guy stands up in the church and says, no, that's not the way you should be doing it. Now, if I listen to that, would I not be a lunatic? I think that would be very disgraceful.
A lunatic.
To stick to what God has asked us to do. One thing I know for sure is all of us will journey together. None of you will be poor. That will not. Wow. That much I know. How it will happen, I don't know. But let's do this one thing now. I want to make a call. I've got some brothers in the house who need salt in their lives. So the Holy Spirit told me how to make it simple. Don't worry. This week is our giving week. So as God gives us space, we'll be able to deal with this word more. The covenant God made with David was a covenant of salt. Saying, David, as long as you don't lose your taste, as long as you don't lose purpose, you will remain relevant and your children will remain relevant. You can lose money, but don't lose your saltiness. Now, in case you don't believe me, let's see what Jesus the Master says. And there are two major scriptures. You know where I'm going, Matthew chapter 5, 13 to 16. Quickly, then we'll go to Mark. Then we finish reading scriptures, and then I can speak to you quickly.
You are the salt of the earth.
You are the salt of the earth. Listen to this. The reason why the earth in the first place is here is because you are here. In other words, if they don't have purpose, it's because you lose your saltiness. The reason why the wife of Lot turned to a pillar of salt was proverbial by God, saying, you thought your purpose, the reason why you came to Sodom in the first place, you saw a well-watered garden. That in itself is an issue, but let's leave it. You saw a well-watered garden as if it is the garden of the Lord. When you got to Sodom, you acquired gold. You are the one supposed to bring meaning to that gold, not the gold to bring meaning to you. So now God is calling you into a bigger purpose. You are escaping and you look back. Then she became salt, but a pillar. She became a pillar of salt, proverbially saying, you are supposed to be the salt of the earth, not the earth becoming your salt. Therefore, you will be a memorial pillar of the earth. You will not be useful. Because now, Lot's wife, you've lost your saltiness. You are no longer giving meaning. And if we're talking about a fire conference this afternoon, I'm talking to young men and women who define their society, who are not defined by their society. If it loses its salt, read on, Sister Pastor.
But if the salt loses its flavor,
if the salt loses its flavor, I believe the church has lost its flavor. Caged in a building. What do you want me to do? Repeat the mistake of our fathers. Buy buildings. You know what I told the Timothy's this morning? When small people occupy big building, eventually they will turn it over to big people. And that's when the scripture will be fulfilled that says, houses you did not build, wells you did not dig. Why? Because those who dug it, who built it, now realize there's no people there. There are no people there. The covenant of salt that God gave David started in the cave of Adullam. Time will not permit me.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Senopataki, this is a question for you. I was already falling asleep. All right, Senopataki, can you give us just a brief understanding? What did you understand? Arsenal 14 was already falling asleep, as I was. Frank, okay, Frank, you know, Frank is very clever. Frank, he would know. So please, can anyone please tell us, just in simple words, what was he trying to say? He's talking to young people, and he's talking about salt.
And Afro, he said Lot's wife lost her saltiness, but she was a literal pillar of salt. How did...
He's just talking to his nurse, just as Bernadette calls it, a deeper D. Sounds profound, but it's just mere jobby, mere shit. That's it.
Oh, the pastors in the world to me decides to be salty. Back then, when he was a Primark pastor, oh boy, that
does look like Primark, though.
Arsenal 14. Arsenal 14. See the trouser. The thing. Who fitted this guy? Who fitted measure? And it reached just above the ankle. What the hell? Eh? Oh yeah, and I'm waiting for Arsenal 14. I'm waiting for your interpretation. I'm waiting for your insight in the preaching that Tobi they preach.
He was already jumping to buildings.
How now?
He can't stick on one thing. Okay, it goes all over the place.
Okay. You know what? Just because of you. Because it is you guys. All right. So that I would not be accused of playing just any random. Okay, let's just select another one. Let's see. Only just 2 minutes of it. Okay, maybe 1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute, please, guys. Just
this one is punishment.
And when you go out of this place, you walk around like a tamer.
Okay, let's see. Let's just anyway then. All right, please listen. He's talking to young people.
You wouldn't like to be Monkey's friend or enemy. Come, Monkey. No. Listen, I've got to finish now.
Monkeys.
I can't even talk about PK because that was just, you wouldn't like to be his friend or enemy, just like yesterday, Ben. Yeah? I think Pastor Ben and Pastor Enrique came back from this trip thinking, we don't think PK is. Well, let me use this as example. But some of you here in this house, you've been angry with him. And sometimes push him. Now, what are you going to do now?
In your church, they fight.
And I can say that about many other people.
Gone from this church.
What is an animal? Untamed, ready to react to anything. So when you are aggressive towards a lion, it just comes for you as well. But that doesn't mean they are not lions anymore. It just means that they know when to get angry, with whom to get angry. Oh my God. Oh my God, have you not seen people with lions in their house? I still have lions in this house and it's okay. They didn't hear me. I still have tigers. I still have tigers in this house and it's okay. There are still bears in this house and it's okay. I still have lions. And God said you don't need to remove the teeth of the lion. Keep the teeth there, because there are times they will have to fight. Don't remove the claws of the lion, because if you remove the claws, you make it unnatural.
What?
Just train the lion so much that it knows when to
Train the lion so much.
Train the lion so much that it knows that sometimes it can stay with the sheep. It doesn't eat the sheep. It eats the word of his maker. Are there still lions in this house tonight?
Yeah.
Some people say, I don't know about that church. They may be brainwashing people. No, but you're not far away from the truth, because I brain tame.
Our uncle brain tames people. All these people here are brain tamed. We said, oh, people are saying in that church that they brainwash people. Our uncle said, no, you're not far from the truth. We don't brainwash. We tame them in the brain. Do you know what it is to tame someone's brain? It means that part of the brain that thinks, that functions, that reasons has been tamed. Tobi brain tames youngsters. Wait, take that back in case you did not hear it. This guy.
People. No, but you're not far away.
Wait, hold on.
That it knows that sometimes it can stay with the sheep. It doesn't eat the sheep. It eats the word of his maker. Are there still lions in this house tonight? Some people say, I don't know about that church. They may be brainwashing people. No, but you're not far away from the truth, because I brain tame.
All y'all are brain tamed.
We brain tame. Because if I need to send them to Godman's search, I don't need them to go as sheep. There are wolves in Godman's search. I need a lion there. The lion and the lamb. Lion and the lamb. The lion and the lamb. Jesus.
That is Tobi's teaching. That is Tobi's teaching. Talking about lions and bears, and you don't have to train the lion too much. Hey,
Afro, he is only easy. The horse and the rider and the horse. He got the lion and the tame.
That one does the horse and the rider. This one has
come up with some stupid.
This one the lion and the bears.
The lion and the tame and the lion and the sheep. The lion and the tame. Talking crap that mean nothing. Just mere deepities sound profound and oh my goodness.
Frank, now why can you be saying what is Frank is asking what is he saying? Frank, now me, I'm depending on you to tell us what he is saying. Now Frank is asking us what is it? Come on now, Frank. Huh? So now he's talking about safari. Now so we see him. Philip Ben said, yeah, the lion will devour the sheep. Don't play that, homie. Don't mind him. Talking about don't teach the lion to eat the sheep. If they also a lion, they'll start. These people. Anyway, All right, let's go back to the interview. Just I wanted to show you just a little bit of what this guy teaches. Talking about he has helped people. Help them with what? What have you done?
Not just for what's changed.
In 2005, you arrived in the UK.
Yeah.
But in all of these years, the UK judges have described your stay in the UK as illegal, stating that your claims about your ministry and work there are, quote, grossly inflated, quote, hyperbolic, and lack substantive evidence. How do you explain or maintain your stay without regularizing your immigration status in the United Kingdom? Are you staying illegally there?
No, and that is the misleading part of the report. We had a 7-hour tribunal, 7 hours. And in the tribunal, I was given about a few minutes to talk about any immigration stuff. They wanted to talk about Spark Nation. And we defended the honor of Spark Nation, which is not even why we were there. And so it is not illegal to still have a case in court, to put facts on the table. Judges may disagree, and they may not be wrong. But that is why we have a system that continues to query and make inquiries into things until certain facts are established. But I can assure you right now that these facts are being established, is seen more clearly, and we are winning on every side.
But
Uncle, the facts have already been established. You are not winning on any side. You had 7 hours with the tribunal. And by the time the tribunal was done, they decided your case. It's done, Tobi. The tribunal agreed that you need to go. That was the conclusion. We are winning on every side. Where? How? The tribunal have said bye-bye to Tobi. Go. You are done. What's this guy talking about? Tobi, are you going to court again? Are you going to challenge? Where are you going after tribunal? Where? Where's Tobi going? So, for those people who are clued up on immigration, after tribunal, is there another? Can he go to? He can't go to the EU. There used to be the whole EU thing, because the UK is no longer under the EU. So, where is he going? What's this guy talking about? We need to go and have a look at. Let me see if I can pull up his immigration papers. Sorry, the tribunal papers. That thing was on. It was on. Just give me a second. Is it this one? No, not this one. Give me a second. Let's see. Just 1 second. Go here. Just 1 second, my people. Where is it? What did I do with that? I sent it to myself. Could it be this one? No, screen. No, it wasn't screen record. No, not this. Anyway, just keep listening to him while I look for this Tobi's tribunal papers.
in that court, you argued against deportation. If you say deportation is not the meat of the matter, you cited community contributions and you're married to a British citizen. You said, given the tribunal's decision against you, that you are not worried. Do you believe this reflects systemic bias or your failure to present sufficient evidence?
It's many years case. And the reason why we suspect systemic biasness is you can't say your claims are inflated without giving me the proof as to why. Your own institutions, the Metropolitan Police from the Scotland Yard, sat down in the church. Do they go to churches? Why are they there? The Metropolitan Police from the Scotland Yard gathered all the charities in the UK, the major charities, and asked them to go to Stark Nation. I wrote for the Home Office. I wrote solutions for the Home Office. I was part of the Race Disparity Committee for number 10 during Theresa May's days. Why am I there? I've never wanted to work with government. I don't like working with government on some occasions. Why are we there? When we got to Croydon, we never knew where Croydon was. When we got there, we reduced life crime by 50%. It's on record. So if you then turn that against me and say they are inflated, I'm asking, show me the proof that they are inflated. Because we cannot just base truth on subjective matters. Truth must be backed with fact. We have facts. We have, and more than all the paperwork, we have lives. I've got the largest followership of young people still till today, after all the persecution for more than 10 years. 10 years we've been persecuted with.
This guy just lies.
Yeah.
He sits there and just lies. He's got the most young people. That's a lie. Most of the people are gone. They are gone from your establishment. They're no longer there. This guy.
I remember he said about that he changed lives in the area and the crime went down with the knives went down. And then we check the stats. Then to check the stats, actually the crime rate went up. But the knives went up. This guy lies. And then he hasn't even brought no credible research or surveys or research statistics to show that he has made a change. He's just using the usual anecdotal thing evidence, which is it is not enough. He has to bring the statistics. He's not providing any solid research, statistical research.
Right.
This guy is lying through his teeth. He's using the usual anecdotal claims that Christians tend to make. And when you really check the stats do not line up with their claims. They show them to be liars, telling lies, making up stuff in their head. It's just made up stuff, not based on facts. And he talking about facts. He talking about evidence, but he ain't giving good evidence. He's a hypocrite.
Okay. This is it right here. This is a document. This is it. It's on the internet. Right? It's on the internet. The hearing date was on the 2nd of October. Promulgation on the 4th of November. The decision is here. The appellant claims to have arrived in the UK sometime in 2005 on a visitor's visa. Yekba. Tobi came on a visitor's visa, which was valid until July of that year. He did not return to Nigeria at the end of that visit. He states that he overstayed and established a life for himself. So he agrees that he's an overstayer. In 2015 and 2016, he attempted to regularize his position unsuccessfully. In 2019, he made an application for leave to remain on Article 8 grounds, contending that his period of unlawful residence, notwithstanding, it would be a disproportionate interference with his family and private life if he were not granted. The Home Office refused, and the appellant appealed to the first-tier tribunal. His appeal was dismissed by the first-tier tribunal. Written decision, 16th of November 2021. So he's been to first-tier tribunal, right? He has made the application. That one failed. He's been to first-tier tribunal, 6th of November 2021. When considering the appellant's private life, Judge Moore applied the test in what was then paragraph 276 ADE of the immigration rules. It was found that as an intelligent and resourceful man who had grown up in Nigeria, the appellant could not meet the test therein to show that there were any very significant obstacles to his integration in that country. And this Yeye man called Tobi brags how he has helped people in Nigeria. He helped 200,000 people in Nigeria. He has been sending money to them. He has been doing all these things. He's rolling with politicians, right? He's rolling with musicians. He's rolling with the big people in Nigeria. These are all just showing to the Home Office that you, when you get to Nigeria, your life is secure. You've got friends. You've got all these, establishments that you're helping. Tobi's lifestyle is his own downfall. You think that the judges didn't go and watch your videos, Tobi? You think that these people who are deciding your case have not gone and had a look at all your bragging on the internet? Anyway, it says, in respect of his family life, it was not in the issue that the appellant is in a genuine relationship with his British partner, nor that she earned well above the income level required to maintain him without recourse to public funds. He could not, however, meet the relationship requirements because he is an overstayer. Tobi is an overstayer. The only way he could succeed on this ground would be to show that paragraph EX appendix FM applied. He needed to show that there was insurmountable obstacles to that family life continuing in Nigeria. Tobi has openly said, even if I'm sent to Nigeria, he said, I'm coming with what was it? He said, I'm coming with a Calvary. Those were his words. Even if you send me to Nigeria, I'm coming with a Calvary. Tobi. If anyone is interested, go and read this thing. You see that Tobi is nothing but a scam. The guy lies for a living. He lies. Every time Tobi opens his mouth, he is lying. It's crazy.
Without one single proof, allegations without one indictment.
It's already done.
So why should we not suspect biases?
Yeah, bias.
Well, in all of this, why would you say, or what makes you think that there is a system bias against you? Why do you think that you are being singled out in all of this?
Tell us.
We had a situation where people believed that I was supporting a certain political party. We were encouraged doing our work. All the political parties were in our church. The first letter, by the way, that we received from Charity was that I should not be biased towards a political party. They didn't do no investigation. What they didn't know was the service they were referring to, all major political party holders and seekers were in that service. One person, because the person believes that my agenda was to go against the gay community. That's his belief. And from that day, we at the reconciliation meeting, leaders, pastors in the UK were there. But he believes, and he wrote it, so it's public knowledge, that my evangelical zeal was to make sure that the gay community in that area does not survive. Now it took.
Tobi, this level of deflection, now we are bringing the gay community into. They're asking Tobi question about why were these people biased against you. He started off by saying that political party, the Charities Commission wrote to him and said, do not support or do not. Wait, Charities Commission wrote you a letter. Let me take a screenshot. This is a very good photo. Look at this. This will help me in. No, wait. I need to take a screenshot. This is a good. No. Did I get it? No. Why am I? Oh no! I need that particular photo. I'm sorry, guys. I need to get that particular.
They were referring to all major political party holders and.
Oh, now I'm not going to be able to get it. Oh man.
we had a situation where people believed that I was supporting a certain political party. We were included doing our work. All the political parties were in our church. The first letter, by the way, that we received from Charity was that I should not be biased towards a political party. They didn't do no investigation. What they didn't know was the service they were referring to, all major political party holders and seekers were in that service.
Sorry, guys, I need to get that
One
particular.
person,
No, not this one. This is still good anyway. Oh,
because the person believes that
sorry, I'm just
my
being
agenda
petty. Sorry.
was to go against the
Sorry,
gay
guys.
community. That's his belief. And from that day, we at the reconciliation meeting, leaders, pastors in the UK were there. But he believes, and he wrote it, so it's public knowledge, that my evangelical zeal was to make sure that the gay community in that area does not survive. Now, he took a dossier, according to him, of evidences against the church to the sacred ground of the parliament in the UK, and they submitted it to the to the internal affairs minister or something like that, who submitted it to the police, and the police came back to say they can't even investigate one thing because it's all nonsensical. That is why we believe that the same person, because he's an MP, it's the same person.
Can you shut your mouth for a minute? So, MP Steve Reed took those documents to Parliament. You can still go and find those documents. MP Reed shared his concerns about your church, and he got involved because people came to him. He was in Croydon. He was the MP of Croydon while you guys were operating in Croydon. Toby, why did you people run away from Croydon? Toby, why did you and your cult run from Croydon? No, why did this man run from Croydon? They ran because of MP Steve Reed. Now he is here speaking ill about that MP. They ran, him and his group ran away from Croydon because of the shit that they have dumped in Croydon. Now, Toby will want you to believe that after they left Croydon, knife crime went up, that they were the reason why knife crime went down. While they were the reason why a lot of kids were being taken advantage of in Croydon. Toby ran with his people. Ran. This guy.
Person sitting behind these things, making sure that he's not defeated. But we've said, and I said on BBC, that if there is any honor left in a system like this, what such men should do is to apologize, unless you are saying the police authority of Great Britain is inept, which will be quite unfortunate.
Tribunal.
So, in essence, there are those who allege that you frolic or you have a close association with the Conservative Party.
So, Toby, you are here in this UK illegally, and you are against gay people. You are against gay people. You are against the gay community, but you are in this UK. You know that the UK government don't play with that. The right for everyone to exist, the right for anyone to love who they love, to marry who they want to marry, be with whoever they want to be with. And you go to lend your voice to that conversation when you're supposed to go and sit down quietly and not say anything. No one cares. When it comes to the LGBTQ conversation, honestly, no one cares how you feel. They have a right to exist. They have a right to be here like everyone else. You put your feelings aside. You believe in the Bible. We don't believe in the Bible, the rest of us. So we cannot live by the dictates of your Bible. So if your God says he doesn't like the gays, that's you and your God. That's you and your God wahala. But you keep that with you and your God and leave gay people alone. They are a minority. They have enough problems as it is. They don't need Toby to come and bring his blockhead into their own conversation. I can imagine the gay community feeling like, yes, fantastic. This person who is going against us, now he needs to go. Let the gay community come together and, lend a voice. And this guy needs to go because he's totally against us. It's crazy. I saw a comment. Can this buffon just shut up? Somebody said that he's coming with a. Who was the person that said he's coming with a caravan? He said he'll be coming with a caravan, not a caravan. Tony Wise. He said He said even if you deport him, he's coming with a cavalry. So these youngsters, this is why I pity the people in his cult. These young people. Some of them, they are so attached to Pastor Pity. They are so attached that if this guy is taken to Nigeria, they will go as well. They will go. They will go because it is pity. Then when they get to Nigeria, Nigeria is a leveler. Nigeria go level you. Nigeria, as you're landing at the airport and coming like this, the heat alone go first greet you. Hi. Then the electricity. Maybe in the posh places there's electricity and everything, but Nigeria will bring you down to its level. Nigeria will say, come over here. We don't respect we don't respect spark. Spark here. Where? How? Nigeria will first level you to bring you down to ground zero. He says he's going with a cavalry. MP. You meant MP? Okay. All right. This guy, Toku. He should go. He should go to Nigeria. Go now. He's fighting desperately not to go.
Do you?
Well, there are those. I was sitting right at the back of the former minister in one of their convention. And what I've always done is to make sure that I advocate for our community, the Black community in the UK, to make sure when those, because remember, I'm taking these guys out of a certain lifestyle. I cannot just dump them into the hope of going to heaven. We're still living on earth. So those who want to go into politics, those who want to go into business, I have to create relationships that can help them. So I was in that convention and I was given the privilege to sit behind the Prime Minister at the time, the Conservative Party. We had issues and we invited other parties and the Conservatives came to try to help, but we are way above any political party right now. We have.
What kind of issues did you have? What's he saying? Does anybody understand this guy? You said what? He was sitting behind. Wait, so this gang people came to his church, then he had to provide. So he was sitting behind one political leader and they had issues and he was advocating and all this. Toby, I don't understand you. I don't.
Our community,
I don't
the
understand
Black community in the UK, to make sure when those, because remember, I'm taking these guys out of a certain lifestyle. I cannot just dump them into the hope of going to heaven. We're still living on earth. So
why is it your business? Why is it your problem? Why is it you? Who called you? I cannot just dump them. Nobody called you to this work. Nobody put a gun to your head and said, Toby, you must go and help young people. Nobody. Who asked you to do this work, Tori Olong? Is it God that asked you to do it, Toby? If it is God, then stop complaining and let God do it for you now. What is this guy moaning about? Who is the person that said Toby needs to go and help young people? What is this fire by thunder work that he's doing? Like as if he's the only one that can help young people.
those who want.
Sorry. Who are the people that
Go into politics, those who want to go into business, I have to create relationships that can help them. So I was in that convention.
He has to create relationships that has to help those people. What is this guy talking about? Frank, now, please. Frank, please. What is Toby that does not have papers to stay in the UK has to create relationships? He has to go and create relationships between his gang, ex-gang members, and politicians. Make it make sense. Ex-gang members and politicians. How does that... You know what? Toby, he is in his own fantasy world. Toby's fantasy world, my goodness, anything is possible in Toby's fantasy world. Anything.
And I was given the privilege to sit behind the Prime Minister at the time, the Conservative Party. We had issues and we invited other parties, and the Conservatives came to try to help. But we are way above any political party right now. We have a much solid system.
We had issues and we invited them to come and help. And now we are above any other. What's he talking? Is Toby part of politics? What's he talking about? Sometimes you... What's Toby talking about? Political issues. They came and sorted it out. Oh man. Gosh.
Apart, falling out rather with the Conservative Party. Do you
I
think
love this question this guy asked. Listen to his question. He said something. He said, you are falling apart. Oh, no, sorry. You're falling... Corrected himself. But what he said the first time was very accurate. Very accurate. Listen to the Seun Okinbaloye. Okinbaloye, I think that's his name.
Conservatives came to try to help, but we are way above any political party right now. We have a much solid system.
You're falling apart. Falling out rather with the Conservative Party.
You're falling apart. Oh no, rather you're falling out. He's falling apart. Seun, you were right the first time. This guy is falling apart. He's collapsing. He's falling. He's crumbling. He has fallen out with who? Who is Toby falling out with?
Do you think that is exactly, in stating it plain and clear, that is exactly the problem you're having right now?
Not at all. The person attacking us is not even Conservative Party, but it's another party. So, but area by area, I believe completely that our problem was politically motivated, and the facts are there. I'm not saying things without fact. We were not fighting the gay community at the time. We were not fighting, but yes, I had people who wanted to be in that seat in that area, and I still believe they are more qualified. And so, can you imagine that over the years, you're saying stagnation has this allegation of millions of pounds? You have not indicted anybody. The police has not invited anybody. And you now, after all that, you're not touching him. You then go into deportation. Does that not look like you're looking for anything? And then...
This is a very ungrateful man. This is a very ungrateful man that they looked into and they did not indict anybody. This is a man that should be thanking whatever God he worships. He should be thanking whatever thing he believes in, that the police did not look deeper into his case. This one, if they had done it, if the police had gone further, Toby, you will not go unscathed though. You will not go unscathed. But look at him. Sit there in arrogance, talking about you should have when they police now, please, you guys, why did you people drop the case? Guys, we need to change the petition. I don't know why they dropped the case. Is it possible for them? This is a question. Is it possible for them to resurrect that case? Because this level of arrogance, this guy is not grateful. Instead of him to be saying, thank you. Thank you for not looking further into the case. Thank you. We appreciate. We are good. We're are we look at it. They look into the come on, someone should clip this and send it to the police. Clip it. Send it to whatever officer that it was. Let me see. What's the timestamp? (26) 20. Someone should clip this and send it. Police, look what you did. Look what you have done. Now he sits there bragging because you guys failed in your duties. He should be thanking whatever he believes in. But look at him bragging.
Not just the deportation, the moment
let me say that again so that you guys can hear somebody brag.
Stagnation has this allegation of millions of pounds. Motivated, and the facts are there. I'm not saying things without fact. We were not fighting the gay community at the time. We were not fighting, but yes, I had people who wanted to be in that seat in that area, and I still believe they are more qualified. And so, can you imagine that over the years, you're saying stagnation has this allegation of millions of pounds? You have not indicted anybody. The police has not invited anybody, and you now, after all that, you're not touching me. You then go into deportation. Does that not look like you're looking for anything? And then,
idiot, two separate departments: immigration, police, immigration, two separate departments. Charity commission, immigration, police, all different. Yes, they can connect in trying to find. They're different. What this one is saying, you didn't do this, but you. What is he saying? What is this guy talking about? Somebody should please do something about this guy. Honestly, you know what, guys? I hope you guys know that we have a petition. Let me see if I can pull up the petition. Please. And I need to change the.
He's trying to say that there's some conspiracy against him.
That's what he's saying.
But it's not conspiracy against him. Is that he put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah.
For the what we call for the mouth disease.
You see, guys, most of what I do here, if you have noticed, my platform is not about gossip. It's not really about, hey, something is happening, Zazu is sleeping with this person. Let's talk about it. Hey, somebody. I'm not interested in what people do with their personal lives. The main thing I do here, I go over people's own words. We critically analyze their words. They themselves. We watch them give themselves away by themselves. So you can't find all those God, this one they gossip. Nobody has time for that. Okay, let's see. Let's put the link to the. Please, guys, if you have not signed the petition, please go and sign it. Please. The petition is to have this guy deported, but we need to change it so that they can look. I don't know what the details were. Come on, people. Let me see some of your comments. He is all over the place. Does anybody know if you can't wait for the heat of Africa to salivate on his bald head? Guys, Commander Ade needs to come. Commander Ade. He has rubbished Commander Ade. He said, since we all want to be stupid together, since we all want to be idiots together, let's cuckoo scatter everything on Commander Ade. Who is Commander Ade safe? An illegal immigrant without papers believe he has a say in the community he is. Can you imagine? Frolicking with political leaders. Yet, your leg no stand at all. They could possibly wake up one day and resurrect his case. You never can tell. It just takes one person to go and report something that went on there. A lot of people have left this organization. One person might just be sitting on something criminal that can cause them to go back. And if you are listening and you have been a victim, we will support you. We will back you up all the way. Because at some point, somebody needs to clip this guy's wings. Someone needs to clip his wings. It's crazy.
And not just the deportation, the moment they write the judgment, it has to be broadcasted. People have issues every day. I can mention Nigerian leaders or UK leaders or even Russian leaders or leaders from other countries that have had this problem in the UK. But Pastor Tobi's one has to be broadcasted, has to be written, and the whole world has to know.
You are comparing yourself to Russian leaders. UK. Look at his mouth. Comparing himself to Russian leaders. Who is the person that is talking to this guy? Please, I need to see that person. Russian government.
And so that's why we believe what we believe.
Are you afraid of deportation?
Not in any way. I've been here for 20 years. People should go and ask. My records here are clean. I stand tall above the nations. Not one single criminal offense. After all the noise, and so we've achieved what we need to achieve in the UK. 140 businesses is what I added to this economy. It's public knowledge. 140 plus businesses. And so to live anywhere else would be a pleasure, but I'm going to get what rightfully belongs to us.
You said you're not afraid of deportation, and the two shoes could sustain you in Nigeria for years if you were deported. This suggests that you have some confidence in your wealth. What is your net worth? What is your major source of income?
Good question.
Well, I don't have no net worth. What I know for sure is that I've raised people. They've done well. I brought them from prison and made them into multimillionaires. The testimonies are public. I've raised people, I've set them, they've become CEOs of large corporations in the UK. So I'm not a person that believes in wealth. I believe in people, and I've raised a lot of people. If anybody...
Tobi is telling you exactly what is going on in Spark Nation. Tobi has nothing. Tobi has nothing. It's those people who are funding his lifestyle. It's those youngsters. They are the ones. He said it. He said he does not have any net worth. But he has people. Spark Nation, this man is using you all. You will keep funding his lifestyle till the day he dies. Pastor T, pity. Pity na scam. Pity is a scammer. Look at him. He has raised people. You raised people. You.
knows us around the world, they will know us for raising people, having men and women. I've supported over just the last 2 years, 250 SMEs in Nigeria with 1 million naira each. Those businesses are doing well. The shoe one I was just saying about.
He said that 2 shoes in Nigeria, if he takes those 2 shoes, 3 shoes, can feed him for months. Now he says he was playing. No, you were not playing when you said that. Shut up. You were not playing. You were serious. You were dead serious. Take your shoes. We went and looked at the price of some of his shoes. The shoes he was showing off. $99. $99. Tobi, this guy.
So, I mean, you've not said what your source of income is really. What is it? What do you do for
the
a
source of
living?
income? We started businesses. We raised companies here.
Tobi, your source of income. Tobi Adegboyega's source of income. You, not we started. How can you start a company when you don't have the right to start a business. People who don't have papers cannot do business. What am I getting wrong here? If you come on a visitor's visa, you can visit. You cannot work, neither can you do business. You can't even claim benefits. You can't even go and use the NHS. How can an illegal immigrant be talking about we started businesses? You are violating. You're already in violation, being an overstayer. And you opening your mouth talking about we started. How did you start a business when you are not you're not entitled to? He needs to mention, see, no, this guy always talks about numbers, right? Yeah, this guy really grilled him. This guy really this Seun, is it Seun is his name? He feeds the NHS. Yes. He said it during the pandemic that they were feeding the NHS. Tobi fed the NHS. This guy. Well, how can you do business if you don't have papers? It's what I don't know. Come on, people. Does anybody know? This is why he keeps saying we. We. Because he's not the one doing it, it's the other people who are doing it. Seun, okay. Tobi, god damn it.
And so what we do is that we invest in little businesses and watch them grow. That is what sustains us here, even as a church, because we don't take tithe and offering. We watch these businesses grow, these businesses pay us back, and we grow thereby.
Let me ask you, your case is not yet settled. That means deportation issue.
Sorry. You grow the businesses grow, then they come back and give you money. So you only grow the business because you want profit. You grow those businesses so those people can in turn. So, Tobi, when you do business with these people, what's the percentage? When you grow a business for someone, what is the percentage? How much do you take and how much does the person who owns the business? These are the questions people need to be asking. 140 businesses. They keep saying we started 140 businesses, 140 businesses. What is the percent? What are the percentages? For all you know, these 140 businesses, those people are in debt, a lot of business debt, because they can't keep up. What is the percentage that they have to remit to Tobi and his crew? Guys, these are the questions now. Something is wrong. A man who is supposed to be a pastor is now a business mogul? Come on. How is that even? Anyway.
Yeah, that's a good question. What percentage of the business profits, if they are profiting, is he getting?
Tobi, my goodness, you need at some point Tobi just needs to stop.
Are still on a discussion and argument. The issues relating to the finances of the church is also still an argument. What is your faith, and how, what do you make of what is going on? It does look like your faith is hanging in the balance.
No, my faith is settled. I can assure you of that. But let me start with the finance one. The finance situation of the church is not gone. You cannot investigate an organization for 4 years and close the case, and anybody is still peddling that is happening. No, on the BBC interview, which was 1 hour, by the way, I asked them to ask the charity. If you are saying these things, which I then discovered that BBC didn't even read the charity report, the charity never mentioned fraud. We are asking the Charity Commission, and the BBC has written to them to say, what exactly is this allegation? It can never be substantiated.
It's on the internet, my guy. Charity, BBC has written to them boldly. Ododo. This guy is talking babash. He's talking rubbish.
He's lying.
If the BBC wants to know anything, they just need to go and put it out. It's oh gosh. This guy thinks he's talking to a bunch of daft people. All the information is out there. Stop with your lies.
Substantiated.
But the allegation are to the tune of about 1.87 million pounds, which is linked to SPAC Nation. And the allegation is that it's lacking transparency. And the Charity Commission, this is not the first time, we're seeing at least 1 or 2 Nigerian churches that are linked to Nigerian owners or founders that have been shrouded in this kind of controversy about their books and transparency. Have you been able to settle the dust in terms of explaining how these funds have been spent, how these books are being judged in terms of how you executed the books, in the inflows and the outflows? Are you able to settle it tonight?
We've settled it, but I can settle it with you right now. The Charity Commission did not close us down for that. What happens is when you register as a charity, you have to prove that you can make £5,000 a year. Now, we don't take donations, and we've explained to them. You cannot ask someone from another religion to come and audit a church as unorthodox as us. You've got to give us a chance to be heard. They saw it, so they closed it down because the following year we didn't take tithe and offering. We stopped doing that, and so it is lawful for them also to then shut us down because we are not doing £5,000 a year as donation, because that's not what we want to do. These things are.
Tobi is saying that his organization does not collect 5,000 up to 5,000, and this is why they shut him down.
He's lying.
Dr. EQ, I agree, says it does not make sense. He is banking on the ignorance of the listener to peddle his lies. Fantastic.
Is that he is not having on his bank account. He has not shown to have put 5,000 there, but he's doing cash. As I said, cash. So there's no money trail, and that's the problem. He's here lying through his teeth.
Tobi's organization runs on cash in hand. What charitable organization does not bank its money? The Charity Commission put an order on this guy and said, look, we have looked through your bank. There is no money going through it. Where are you sending all this money to? Can you start banking your money? Start banking. We want to see the income and the outgoings. Then Tobi claimed to the Charity Commission that they have stopped collecting tithe and offering. What? You have stopped collecting tithe? How do you think about it, guys? The moment the Charity Commission says and giving an order for you to start banking your money, you say no, we don't do. First, they went and put £2,000 inside the account, 2,000 something. And not long after, they withdrew the 2,000. So by the time the Charity Commission went back to look at the accounts of SPAC, zero was in the account that the Charity Commission says, put your money in this bank so we can see what's coming in. And this guy is fraudulent. His whole team are fraudulent. They're collecting. Sorry, go on.
No, I was saying it's hard to follow money trail when it's cash. And that is why he's doing some fraudulent business. And we see this outside the church with other organizations that try to pass money off, and usually they call it like laundering money. He's doing that just because he's going on the name of charity. Some of those businesses, some of those on the hand businesses even use charities to run their money.
Of course.
True. So he's doing on the hand business. And that's the problem that the Charity Commission have with him. He's not transparent. His money is not on the books. And the money, where does he get all of this money? He doesn't have it in a bank account, because then the money should be gone into a bank account, and then you should be able to see expenditures, what's leaving and what's coming in. This guy is a fraud. I just hope that the fraud squad gather enough evidence to lock him up, not just deport him, have him locked up. He's a grifter.
Of course he is. Of course, you can only follow the money if the money is flowing through the bank. Hey, there you go. Just crazy.
Consistent with what Charity said. The adding up of 1.9 is the figment of imagination. Charity never mentioned that.
It was the UK Home Office, actually. It was the UK Home Office who raised that concerns about the financial misconduct with allegations of 1.8 million,
This guy,
87 million pounds.
BBC has now done a documentary.
This guy, Seun, is one of the people that has gone into a conversation with Tobi and knows exactly what he's talking about. He has just told him, my guy, Charity Commission, it was the Home Office that raised the concern. The people, guys, the people that have said he needs to be deported, they are the ones raising his financial misconduct. They are the ones. And before they can say something like that, they have all the evidence that they need. They have it all. Tobi is fighting a lost battle. What is going to happen? Is he going to have somebody say to him, is he waiting for one of the judges to say, you know what, let's change our mind? Or what? I don't understand. What next? What next for Tobi?
And if the UK Home Office has any honor remaining, they should challenge what I'm saying. Any bit of honor. So don't let's be deceived that because it's UK Home Office, they don't know their facts. But the question is this: this is an advanced country. There is 1 point something missing. It's been 4 years. Who has been invited by the police? Who has been indicted? How can you say 1 point?
Who has been invited by the police? Please now. Police, somebody please invite. Oh, come on, people. Can we not come together and do something? Let the police go and look now. Oh, goodness. Look at him challenging police. Look at him challenging the police. Hey, goodness. We need to do something. We need to get the police to come and have a look.
Something million is not accounted for, but be going, be free, you're okay. But deportation, we'll make sure we hold you on this. We've asked them for facts and figures, which they are still lacking. BBC themselves have written them, they are quiet. And guess what? They'll be quiet forever because it's not true. They did not add these figures up right. We have 10 years of receipts with the charity. There is no black organization. I don't know the pastors you're talking about, but I can guarantee you that as far as the UK is concerned, none of them is as popular as me. So there's nothing I can do in hiding.
He just say he got 10 years.
Everything is everywhere.
A receipt.
Yes, he got 10 years of receipts that he gave to the Charities Commission. Yeah, that's what he keeps on saying, that he gave that 10-year receipt. If you gave them 10-year receipt, why did they then ask you to bank your money? They will invite him one day. Please now, they need to hurry up and invite. Please. Because, guys, because they are operating cash in hand, a lot of crimes will be taking place when because all those monies, you'll be having to move them about. You'll be having to do, buy things. Okay, maybe that's why they spend so much on flashy things, because there's no way to go and bank this money. Paper, they don't want the paper trail. So they go and buy all these expensive things. Okay.
And after, of a certain amount, they have to declare the source of the funds.
Yes.
So I suspect some of that funds coming from on the hand business.
And this one that he's friends with all these popular people, right? What kind of business are you doing with them now? Because some people, they like to launder money. Some people, they like to launder. And they always need somebody here to help them with the laundering. I used to know somebody who that was his business. His business was to help people. They contact him, go and pick up money from this place, go and pick up money with it. Go and pick this up, go and pick that up. Thankfully, he has stopped doing that business. How do they pay rent of all these houses with cash? The car dealers, the clothes, the boutiques, all the people that they shop from would be so happy. Oh, they would love to be. Can you imagine? Somebody comes in to come and buy. They want to rent a hall for 2 hours. You charge them 40K. And while you're saying, okay, your money is 40K, they drop 40,000 pounds on the table for you. Those businesses would be, they would be happy. They would say, yes, Christmas. This is why they would, yeah, Tobi. Because the money, they are getting it cash.
When are you regularizing your immigration status in the UK?
Yes, when
would you do that?
It's been regularized right now. The people that
it cannot be regularized right now. They just took their decision. The thing is dated. Let me see. Tribunal. Look at the date. The date is the 4th. The decision and reasons issued on the 4th of November 2024. Just a month ago. Just a month ago was the decision. A month ago. So it's being regularized. How? Does anybody know whether the tribunal that's the last bus stop? I've heard people saying the tribunal is the last also, because he says he went to the first tier and then thing. Guys, people have problems with immigration, right? I'm not taking that away from people who have real struggles when it comes to immigration. But the level of humility, and respecting the country that you are applying, that you are trying to stay in, respecting that country. But this one comes in and wants to show the people that have papers, I'm living above you. I'm doing better than you. I'm doing better than your politicians. This is what this guy has done and why he's need to be exposed. The police should be setting up undercover watch. Oh, the police really dropped the ball on this one. Go on.
Basically, I suspect what is happening is, you see, what he did, kind of smart, but deviously smart.
Okay.
Set up these 100 and so-called 40 businesses under the names of the young people. Because if the police start investigating, or whoever starts in the fraud squad investigate the businesses, it's not going to come back to necessarily him. It's going to be under the names of the persons who have signed for the business. But they have to pay him a certain percentage, which will now be off the books. But what he don't know is, if the police squeeze enough of the youngsters, they can then call out him as the person receiving the money.
Exactly. And Phil, he can't put his name on anything.
Correct.
He hasn't got the right to. He can't. His name will not pass. Because, when you're going to register businesses, there are all these, documentation that they will request from you. He can't produce those because his name is not in the system. His name is not in the system. So there's no way anything can be registered to him. No way. There's no way. In Nigeria, yes. In Nigeria, he can do whatever he wants. But in this country, nothing can be registered to him. Nothing.
Did what they did. They are all running helter skelter, and you've got to give it some more time. I believe by all means, they just wanted to embarrass the work. What they want to do is to see young people go back to the streets, get back into drug dealing, because there's nothing they can hold up on me. They've now printed that out.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Because the government says goodbye, you need to go. You are not the only one. My guy, you are not the only one who the government says goodbye. People have been deported. What are you talking about? This guy is trying to say the reason why they've done this is so that young people can go back to the life of gangs, the ones with him. Why does this guy always see doom and gloom? Why do you think that if you go back, that people will start just destroying themselves? Then that means you are not teaching them good enough. You are not teaching them skills that are beneficial for when you are not there. You are creating a community of people that are solely dependent on you, and that is dangerous. That is cult-ish. That is a cult where nobody can move or do things without its leader. If he is taken, then this will happen, that will happen. That is a cult. My.
But I can assure you that the lawyers and their lawyers are talking, and the right apologies will be done in the right time. I can assure you.
Let me
Let me take that back. I need to see him say what he just said. Say what now?
Embarrass the work. What they want to do is to see young people go back to the streets, get back into drug dealing.
I need timestamp. Let's see. 33, 18. They want young people to go back to drugs and gangs. This Tobi said there's going to be apologies, that people owe him apologies. The police, all these people, charity commission, they have to come and say, Tobi Jo, ma binu. Tobi Jo, ma binu, ma binu. Mumbe, Jo, ma binu. Tobi, really? Tobi wants an apology from charity commission. Tobi.
Because there's nothing they can hold up on me. They've now printed that out. But I can assure you that the lawyers and their lawyers are talking, and the right apologies will be done in the right time. I can assure you.
Let me, you mentioned something relating to homosexuality. You are a pastor. What is your view based on biblical teachings on homosexuality?
Well, I know this will get me into more trouble, but I don't mind. I already have enough trouble. I believe it's a man and a woman. I have no doubt about that. I have no shaking about it. And I was one of the first people to reject, when we were still in SC1, 6BD, to reject the notion that the churches have to join different couples. It's not going to happen to us. And I understand that this will also get me into more trouble. Who knows what they will come up with tomorrow? But definitely, I believe it's a man and a woman, and a man and a woman it should be.
Let me quickly ask you.
Tobi, no one cares what you believe. No one cares what you think. In this country, you cannot discriminate against the LGBTQ. So you say you're going to get yourself in more trouble. Yeah, keep putting yourself in more trouble. Do not discriminate against the LGBTQ. Don't do it. Leave them alone, Tobi.
Spark Nation has faced a lot of allegations of cult-like behavior from former members of your church, including claims of manipulation and coercion. There are, in fact, those who say they are afraid and too scared to come out because they fear that gang members are going to come after them. They, in fact, some of them allegedly say, you are dangerous. If they come out, you're going to come after them. How do you explain this?
All I can say, BBC asked me the same question, is there are disgruntled members in every organization, the BBC, Barclays Bank, any company in the world. When people leave, they have a lot to
They're
say.
talking about
Sometimes,
your
so what we did was
organization.
we set up a panel, independent panel, to look into
Aboutism,
people so that we can
aboutism
correct and make a
again.
better organization.
It's what aboutism? The BBC, the police station, the this. They're asking you about your own organization. Yours, of which you are the head of it.
Yeah.
Now, these other people too have had problems in their own organizations. This one too have had it. Yes, all these companies you're naming, they have issues, and they will go through the legal means. Yeah, will there be corruption in some of these places? Yes, but look, for the most part, they will go through the right means. And if they are found to not have gone through the right means, the same thing that happened to you will happen to them as well. You are not the victim here, Toby. You are the perpetrator. You are not the victim.
Ourselves. I asked the UK government, when Catholic Church have their allegations, which they still have till now, did you shut them down? No, we set up correctional things so that we can.
He asked the UK government? You mean in your BBC interview? In your BBC interview, you asked that lady sitting there, did you shut down the Catholic Church? Now he's saying he asked the UK government. Wait, who in the government did you ask? Who in the government did you ask?
Wow.
Did you shut down the Catholic Church? Phil, can you hear this guy?
This guy is a piece of work. Oh my goodness. But yeah, he loves to deflect. He's a deflector. He could probably go and work on a spaceship and work as a deflector shield on the ship or something. You're always deflecting. Love
Phil
what
said
about
he
his
should go and work on a spaceship.
yeah, as a deflector shield.
As a deflector shield. Phil.
Yeah, he's perfect at deflecting.
Oh my goodness.
This is thousands of people. There will be issues. Nobody came out. And we've asked the government, when people have issues, do you report to the police or you report to internet or BBC? These people went to BBC, or BBC called them. Some went to internet, whereas we could solve these things even after BBC. Nobody showed up. There's not one single fact. And this is why the police years ago dropped the investigation into the Spark Nation family, because these things cannot be substantiated by anything. We've seen a lot of people on the internet and they are all panicking now because I had an approach of not suing. That's our approach. We don't want to sue people that we're trying to help. But now people have been sued. They are removing videos. They are afraid. But we will now fight for our dignity, which we now realize that people can believe things without a single fact. So no, I'm not dangerous. I'm dangerous because I know the law. I can use the law. I abide by the law. 20 years now, I have no indictment. But no gang member is attacking anybody, and they know. So blackmails don't work. People ride on waves. I'm not claiming that we've been a perfect organization, but we have evolved. We are getting better by the day, and a lot of thousands of young people are still thronging to this work.
No,
Let's take a breather, everyone. Pastor Tobi, when we return, I'd like to get your view on Kemi Badnoch and some of our views on Nigeria.
Just listen.
And it's live for us from London. Thank you so much, Pastor Tobi, for your time tonight.
Thank you again.
Let's get back to the conversation. And I imagine that a lot of lessons must have been taken away from some of the controversies that have come out of your activities, some of what Spark Nation is doing, and what you are also being involved with. There are those who will argue that in a lot of ways, observers will question whether the blending of extravagant lifestyles, pop culture, religious teachings, they risk the dilution of the authenticity of faith-based messages. How do you convince those who perhaps are confused and thinking that, well, is this guy really a pastor? And perhaps have you learned anything from all of the controversies in the probe and the spotlight that have come on you and your group?
We've learned things. We've learned things around how to restructure ourselves, which is what we've done. The Sky News did a documentary about the houses, we call them trap houses in court, which is take risk and prosper. They did a documentary, which was a fine documentary, it was still online, but we also realized that we have to restructure those houses. They were growing in proportions that we didn't think. And so we've learned lessons about restructuring. We've learned lessons about retraining our leaders for more effectiveness. How do I convince those who say, is he a pastor or not? I'm asking them to read history. That change makers are usually not the conventional style people. That there are people with divergent mindsets. But what is faith? Faith is work. I cannot sit down. I can't do it. I can't sit down in the four walls of a church and keep practicing something that has not been effective, especially in the community that I live in. They don't regard churches anywhere in the UK. Churches are just filled with black people from the same country. I can't do that. I'm looking at young people dying. My system works because that's faith. Faith is works. To save people from the streets, that is the new pastoring. To make sure you create pathways and platforms for people not to go back to their old lifestyle. That is pastoring, and that's what we're defining now. I understand that people may not understand that at the beginning, people stone what they don't understand. But also, ultimately, our lessons that we've taken away is to stay true to ourselves. The blend of what I wear and all that, what I wear is inconsequential to the lives on the streets that needs to be saved. Every Sunday, we have people coming to the altar to give their life to Christ. The numbers are there. We make these things public. I ask the churches that wants me to be orthodox or Christians that want me to be orthodox, go to UK churches. How many young people are still there? How many people come to the altar? Do they submit their guns, their knives, their drugs on the altar? Something is working for my system. It's online. Don't just check BBC negative documentary. They did the ones that actually showcase the church. I will stick to the systems that work. We will continue to evolve as well.
Let me ask you, because you've said that
words, but
there might be
nothing.
disgruntled people from an organization that is set up. But are you willing and are you able tonight to apologize to those who feel vulnerable and manipulated? There are those who alleged that using their history and their profile to manipulate and use them for some scams being the order of the day and the modus operandi in your group, and the allegations of using vulnerable people. Are you able to apologize to some of these people who are aggrieved, who left your group, who thought that Pastor Tobi and what he represents is a scam, a fraud, and not sincere?
I would wish to apologize, but I would wish that they are truthful. If anybody brings up a case that is truthful, that is not just them and their partner.
We just apologize. I would wish to apologize, but they should be truthful. What the? Are you truthful? Are you truthful? You are not. So you're demanding truth from victims.
Yeah.
When you are not truthful. You, the perpetrator.
Deflection again.
Exactly. The question that he was asked is, are you willing to apologize? A good leader would say, I apologize for everything. Even when he's not wrong, you just take some ownership. Some people are hurt by my establishment, something someone did, acting on behalf. Come on. What will it cost Tobi to just say, we are sorry? What will it cost him?
His pride.
His tiny pride.
Yeah, his tiny pride and ego.
Very tiny.
Now, boyfriends scamming themselves and putting it on Spark Nation. I would wish to apologize to them. But first, to apologize, I'm asking them to come forward with facts. Don't lie to the world. As a matter of fact, I think they owe the Nation family an apology because most of these people lived in our houses, wore our clothes, ate our food, and then played the victim riding on a wave.
Playing victim, really?
It said the people that they were helping, that they, say what now? Spark Nation people, all of you that are in his houses, the day you leave, this is what they are going to say about you. You ate their food, you wore their clothes, you did this, and now you were riding on the Spark Nation. You guys are in serious trouble.
So Tobi and what he represents is a scam, a fraud, and not sincere.
I would wish to apologize, but I would wish that they are truthful. If anybody brings up a case that is truthful, that is not just them and their partner or boyfriend scamming themselves and putting it on Spark Nation, I would wish to apologize to them. But first, to apologize, I'm asking them to come forward with facts. Don't lie to the world. As a matter of fact, I think they owe the Nation family an apology because most of these people lived in our houses, wore our clothes, ate our food, and then played the victim riding on a wave. So on the
they lived in your houses. They wore your clothes and ate your food. Tobi, I thought your brag is that you are helping young people. That has been your brag all this time, that you are helping young people. So this is what you're going to say about the people that have been hurt while you are, quote and unquote, are they sharing clothes? I don't know. What clothes? They ate our food. These young people, they are the ones that contributed to the food that you're talking about. It was their monies. No, Toby is knock. He is a knock. This guy is he's not nice at all.
The other side, if there are people who felt that they believed the message and they've changed their mind about the message, I apologize to them. But we are standing where we're still standing. Our system
They
is
change your mind about the message. Is
He
that you
only
scam them?
apologized. He only apologized to people who believe the message and no longer believe the message. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Just the question was straightforward. Will you apologize to the people that were taken advantage of in your cult? Oh my goodness. This guy.
still the same, even though more mature, but we're also asking the world.
But that means you've seen and you've heard some of these stories. Do you feel bad that some of these people go away with this bad impression and bad experience about your group?
I feel bad that some of these people feel this way, but some of them I know personally. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Michelle. I know them personally. Still, they are yet to come up with facts. I want facts so that we can deal with things appropriately. Don't just sit on the internet and say things that you cannot prove. So as much as I want to feel bad, because I'm human, we are human. So I'm not thinking we are infallible. I'm just saying that we think and believe, looking at all these stories, and in support with what the police have said, that most of these stories are made up, and we're still saying the same thing till today. So if people are fat, if things have been done wrongly, we want
Where
to
did the
apologize.
police say
But give
that?
us the opportunity to do so with.
Let me take it back for you. The police, no, because the police did not go ahead. So they're indirectly saying that those people lied. That's what he's trying to say, Phil.
I'm just saying that we think and believe, looking at all these stories, and in support with what the police have said, that most of these stories are made up, and we're still saying the same thing till today. So if people are fat,
the police said most of this is made up.
Where did the police say that? The police never said that.
Police, I hope you guys are seeing what you have caused. Police, you see, the police think that because they let him go, that they will not. Now they're lying on you guys. Now the police, they're saying you guys are saying where the victims of Spark Nation are telling you don't need to come together and a march. Something has to be done.
If
Somebody
only
has
they
to
could
hear the voices of the
get some
victims.
a lawyer, like what they do sometimes in the United States to get lawyer to a
Class
bond lawyer,
action.
a class action suit,
Yeah,
and so it's
against Spark
behind.
Nation.
Yeah, and that way then what will happen is a lot of evidence will be collected.
Exactly. But then that would not be criminal. That would be civil.
Yeah,
Right? That
but
would be a
still it
civil
will,
suit.
will hold him somewhat accountable
Responsible.
and responsible, and not for him to come and then make these sort of lies and claims to discredit those people who have suffered.
Oh, now I see why he has now put Sam Akokia as the one in charge of Spark Nation, so that in case there was ever a lawsuit or ever a case going to court, he would never be the one going. It would have to be Sam Akokia. Is the official one as the one in charge. He made him the what do you call it, the general overseer or what?
The CEO,
Yes, he
basically.
made him the Yeah, handed over all the reins and said, yes, but we all know that Toby is still there. He's not, he only done it on paper. Okay, Toby. Toby, this guy.
If things have been done wrongly, we want to apologize, but give us the opportunity to do so with justice.
Are you bold enough to stand in front of the law and be prosecuted if found guilty of some of these things? Are you willing to?
I've stood in front of the law for 7 hours. Did you not read the judgment?
They
wrote every other thing about. The judge themselves said not one indictment. 7 hours. Though most people that are black, you've had immigration.
You stood in front of the judges for 7 hours and they came back and said your ass needs to be deported.
Yeah.
You saw through your lies. You went before these judges 7 hours, and guess what? They came back and said deport his ass. Oh man, Seun did a fantastic job. Man, the guy was not smiling with Toby. He was not smiling. Seun is hitting the nail. Yes, he's accusing the police and the victims of lying. He's lying against the police. Right, come on. This guy.
Problem. And that's why I'm saying people are laughing about this. At least I'm happy that immigrants have something to laugh about. Those who live a lot, at least you have something to laugh about now, because usually there's nothing to laugh about our lives here. So,
Toby's saying us in the UK, we've got nothing to laugh about. Us immigrants in the UK, we've got nothing to laugh about. But now what has happened to him? We've got something to laugh about. Listen to him. Oh, Toby, no. Wait, what is that? 43. Wait, just give me a minute. Have something to laugh about. Toby, that's not fair on us now. Come on.
If found guilty of some of these things, are you willing to?
I've stood in front of the law for 7 hours. Did you not read the judgment? They wrote every other thing about. The judge themselves said not one indictment. 7 hours. Though most people that are black, you've had immigration problem, and that's why I'm saying people are laughing about this. At least I'm happy that immigrants have something to laugh about. Those who live a lot, at least you have something to laugh about now, because usually there's nothing to laugh about our lives here. So I'm happy with how I'm becoming with, but I must tell you now that standing in front of the law, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years of noise, there's nothing that can come up against us. We stand tall among the nations.
It does look to me that you have a feeling that a black man in the United Kingdom, for example, may have a bias against him or her. But if you look at what Ms. Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the opposition in the United Kingdom, said in the commentaries about Nigeria, let me get your views on some of the things that he said. For someone who also growing up in Nigeria, you had that experience, and you've lived in the United Kingdom for a lot of years. What do you make of Ms. Badenoch's statements and commentaries about Nigeria?
I completely disagree with her statement. In 2023, 2024, 78,000 bags snatched in the UK. In London and the UK, it was 78,000 phones snatched. So I disagree with this statement. And there's a very strong Nigerian black community in this nation. People who have been fighting for people like the leader of the opposition that you just mentioned, for people like her to get to that position. People like Nims Obonge, MBE, OBE, they've been fighting on the street. They were at funerals when our kids are killed in the UK. They buried kids, three kids from the same parents. And we asked the question, when the community, Nigerian community, go through all these things in the UK, where are these voices? They've been fighting. The Windrush, which has to do with Jamaicans, people have been fighting before a black person of black heritage can ascend to those seats. So we cannot dissociate from where we're coming from. And we're not denying the fact that our country have issues, but we're also not as old as as advanced economy or advanced nations like Great Britain is. But we cannot say things are all dark, because it's not true. We live on the street here. We know the streets. We know what's going on. Do you know that prisons have more black young people than schools? So there are more young black people in prisons in the UK, in mostly hospital, mental hospital.
He doesn't live on our streets.
No, but Toby has been helping young people now. How come Toby is not helping all these people? He is contradicting himself. He's trying to say that he has been here helping. So if he's helping, how come there are more black people in the kini? What is he talking about? So that means with all his years, with all his years being in the UK, he's saying that his work is not effective. He's not doing anything. Hey, Diaspora Diva. So, Afro, at this point, he went from racial bias to religious bias, claiming the Muslim. Oh, it's everything with this guy. It's other people's fault. If they did it, they're the ones who did it. Is that one who did it? Is that one who did it? Is that one? Everybody else except Spark Nation, except Tobi Adegboyega. It's everybody else. Shut your mouth, mister. My goodness.
That we have in schools. What is Spark Nation do? We started sending people to Harvard, Cambridge. We have the highest network in Imperial College to turn the tides of business, and they are brilliant Nigerians. So yes, our country has its own issues, but definitely not true. All right. What the opposition is saying.
It appears you celebrated the emergence of President Tinubu when he won the election. What do you think about his performance so far?
I think our country has had issues for many years because of bad leadership or no leadership. But I also think that our own focus, the reason why some of our visions align is their focus and determination to help the nation. For example, what they are doing with SMEs. I mentioned that we ourselves in private capacity have helped over 250 SMEs in Nigeria, just like we did here, 140 SMEs we've raised in the UK and added to the economy. We believe that if a government understands SMEs as the rock, as the pillar of the economy, then things will be fixed. It may take time. So they chose a 35-year-old person, the current administration, to lead the SMEs, to help small businesses. I think that's going to yield results in times to come. So we are not sentimental or emotional. We know that just like every nation in the world is going through crisis, our nation is going through very difficult times, very difficult times. I've been involved in Nigeria for years. I've distributed food, education, built businesses, employment, and I'm still doing the same in private capacity. So I'm not speaking for the government, but I'm saying that there are certain policies that...
Toby, if that's the case, all the people that you have helped in Nigeria, they will happily help you when you are deported. All the people that you have helped, as soon as you land in Nigeria, they will bring you red carpet, okay? All this, you say you are helping in private capacity, they will welcome you with open arms, my guy. This guy, You see how he's contradicting himself? 1 minute he's helping here, next minute he's helping all the Nigerians. Next thing, the Nigerians, they don't have food, that they are hungry, they're starving, looking for rice. Come on, he talks too much.
Brought to the forefront, and these policies, I believe, in time will yield.
On a final note, there are those who agitate or who wanted you back in Nigeria when the news of your deportation came up. Would you be willing to maybe spread your tentacles more or make your base as more deep-rooted, like as you have it in the United Kingdom? Or those folks who wanted you back in Nigeria, maybe you want to rejoin them?
There's no time I won't be back to Nigeria. I wonder why some people are making it news. It's my country. And as a matter of fact, I'll be bigger in Nigeria than here. That's the fact. And even the judges understand that. I'll be back the moment I get what rightfully belongs to me or rightfully belongs to us. And we're going to help our country. I'm a nation building person. That's why the work I lead is called Spark Nation. We want to build qualified Nigerians here. And we've done so. We have thousands of them. We can also come back to Nigeria and Africa and help the cause of nation.
He just let... when he said that's owed to him. When he said that's owed to him. And then he switched and said, yeah, and then he switched and said, owed to us.
Wait, so why did he not say that to the tribunal? Say, yeah, give me what is rightfully mine. What is this guy saying? No, this guy is talking from both sides of his mouth. He's saying now waiting that you will do better if you are in Nigeria. You will do better in Nigeria, but they should first give you what is rightfully yours, and then you'll do blah, 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 blah. What is this?
Back in Nigeria. Maybe you want to rejoin them.
Go and rejoin them.
There's no time I won't be back to Nigeria. I wonder why some people are making it news. It's my country. And as a matter of fact, I'll be bigger in Nigeria than here. That's the fact. Okay. And even the judges understand that. I'll be back the moment I get what rightfully belongs to me or rightfully belongs to us. And we're going to help our country. I'm a nation building person. That's why.
It's jail that rightfully belongs to you. Omo, enwo.
That's why he
And
switch.
you've already got the best of the UK. You got the best. You got the cars. You got the houses. You got the designer. You already got the best. There's nothing else again apart from going to jail. That's what you need at this point. What rightfully belongs to you, omo, na jail. Oh. And then when you are going, they should bring your friend along with you. What's his name? Free. So that one too can come and interview you. Both of you can be in there interviewing each other. You can be interviewing each other while you are in there talking your talk.
Correct.
Toby.
The work I lead is called Spark Nation. We want to build qualified Nigerians here, and we've done so. We have thousands of them who can also come back to Nigeria and Africa and help the cause of nation building. I'm an addict of nation building, and that's what I've been planning. I've been doing, building men and women who can help our beloved countries.
Tobi Adegboyega is the leader of the Spark Nation, popularly called Pastor Tobi. He's been speaking with me live from London. Thank you so much, Pastor Tobi, for your time tonight.
Thank you, Chef.
I appreciate it.
Can I just say what a fantastic interviewer, Seun Okinbaloye. Fantastic. That was great journalism. I enjoyed that questions, the question and the interrogation. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And that's what Toby needs. Toby needs more people on his neck. Unfortunately, not a lot that we can do. We can only sign petitions, we can talk about these things, but I'm not a believer in karma. I don't know. I don't know if there is any grand ultimate person out there who just decides, okay, now it's your time for punishment here. Take your time, punishment here. I don't know if that's a thing, but it'd be good for people to have a taste of their own medicine. People are in debt because of Toby's desire to want to wear designer clothes. People are in debt because Toby wanted to feel among rich people. Toby wanted to feel among all the people who are up there, the upper echelon. He came in 2005. There are people that came way before Toby and still cannot even afford a mortgage. But Toby was slapping it in their faces that, look, I am riding in this and jacuzzi and I'm in all those fancy cars. Come on, people. At some point, these Spark Nation people need to wake up. You are being used in Spark Nation, and the day that you leave, Toby will say, look, you're eating his food, you're wearing his clothes, you're living in his house, you're using his water, using his electricity. You become a liability then. But when they are using you to get money, they tell you bring the money. They're still collecting money in lines. They talk about lines. You are helping to fund Toby's lavish lifestyle. But what do you get? How many designer clothes do you have in this church? Ah, man. My people, he is a despicable human being. He is. And guys, please do not forget to give the stream a thumbs up, okay? Make sure to, hit the like, okay, folks? Make sure to hit the like. And guys, we've been here long enough. This guy he's doomed. He's doomed. He's scrambling. He's grasping at straws. Let me see if I can leave you with. It looks like he was preaching earlier today. Our dear friend, they preach earlier on today. Make us see whether I fit find what was he preaching.
Probably preach on lions and tame. Lions and tame.
Maybe he was okay. Let me see. Okay, hold on a second. Phil, stop now. Phil said maybe he was talking about lions and James. Uh, eh? They said the family TV. They were talking about something early on today. Right? Let's see. Live. I think they were live, didn't they? Why have they removed it? These people, they keep removing all the videos. They remove everything. They removed it. Wow. They removed the video. They were live earlier on, but now they are removing videos. Why? Why are you removing videos? Okay, I mean, some people, it's like something is chasing them over there. Huh?
Yeah, you got saying, hey.
It's like something is chasing them. Oh, and in this establishment, they're always starting something, always starting one new venture or the other, something new, something every single time. Hmm. Anyway, people, I'm going to leave you with some Tobe. I'm going to leave you with some good advice from Toby, because you all need good advice from Toby. Okay, everyone, hold on. You look at advice from Toby. Okay, right. Let's see. All right, guys, you all. Thank you all so much. Enjoy Toby while he gives you very important advice. Okay, folks. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Where is it? Where's the video? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Uh-huh.
A young man opened the door now, and it was just behind the door. I said, "What's your name?" I mean, how old are you? He said, 16, sir. I said, "We finally built a cult. Congratulations." Finally. It's just looking too sharp, too strong, very it was just behind the door. And I said, "What's your name?" I mean, how old are you? He said, 16, sir. I said, "We finally built a cult. Congratulations." A young man opened the door now, and it was just behind the door. And I said, "What's your name?" I mean, how old are you? He said, 16, sir. I said, "We finally built a cult. Congratulations." Finally. It's just looking too sharp, too strong, very, he knows what he's doing. I believe it's from Inspire House, and I think you should keep the focus on me as they're adjusting what they need to. We have a dream. Dreams are meant to make our lives uncomfortable. People that are comfortable early and long have no dreams. As in, dreams, we're meant to think about dreams as something that can get us killed. And if we're fortunate enough for it not to get us killed, it will help us to give many people lives. And that's what you've been doing. Dreams set you on a different trajectory. And that is why the family must have its own set of ideas, ideology, discipline, thought, different from where we're coming from. I needed to talk to someone yesterday who I believe is into brand, NSA. And I needed to just pick his mind. And he was telling me the strategy is this NSA in Africa. This is, so don't just say Africa, these are billions and billions of dollars market. And of course, he was saying, of course, the next big thing in Nigeria is the music world, because they found a person that they are supposed to sign. But you need to hear this part. They've been waiting for this guy to just reach 23, because it's not the policy of their company to sign anyone below that age. So this guy is doing his music. I won't mention his name. Is doing his music, one of the top in Nigeria now. And the company just decided, we're going to change the music game. He's going to be our brand ambassador, but we're going to wait for a certain age. So they've been nurturing since the person is 20. And they are saying by 23, 12 o'clock 23, we sign this, then we shock the whole continent. You take the game to the next level. Then you will ask them, so why, but you have 3 top musicians there, why are you not using them? Then they said, because you see, the age they are in, they may be young to you, but their age, the people trying to listen to them now, they will drink less. They are becoming more conscious. When you drink now, sometimes you first have an headache here, but usually when you were drinking before, everything was okay. Doctors will start telling you drink less at a certain age. These brands are thinking, they are branding themselves. Then he gave me another 12 rules. He said, for what you guys do, don't chase luxury, let them come. NSC just says, we will never chase luxury. So they make themselves so luxury that eventually brands discuss with them. Because luxury already know that if you have to chase, then you are broke or you are down or you are not luxury. So they put all their own effort into their own luxury until luxury comes to talk to them. So now you will see a Rolls Royce having a car made now by Panerai, a watch. They are now coming together because one just stood as luxury on his part, another one stood, and eventually they say,
I'm sorry. Toby's not making any sense at all. What's he talking about? What is this guy what is he saying?
He's saying deepities.
Luxury and feel. They waited until the guy was 23. As soon as the birthday hit to the 23, then they signed the thing. They shocked the continent.
Before.
They shocked the continent by signing a contract with a musician who turned 23. Is this guy okay in his head? What is he saying? Oh my God. Who are the people that are submitted
Word
to
salad.
It's terrible. Just listen to him.
okay, guys, I think we can work together because we think on this same level. The reason why it is difficult for us to do church as it is that it's below our wavelength of thought. Imagine not strategizing, but telling people that God will heal them tomorrow. But the problem is, when pastor was jokingly telling me, was showing myself and Daniel the crusade he just did in London, and then we're laughing, and he said, I'm sure this is what Peter's father wants him to be doing. This is the dream. I said, yeah, I'm sure he's disappointed. And luckily for him, the reason why we have to give up that is because of people like your own kids, because you just want them to escape poverty. By the way, Conley said it's not the head of Timothy. He said the head was also, and the person took it to jail when they went. So when I release you from that, you stated your case and all that. Our dream, the only reason why you can't be offended by anyone, our blood, the blood that runs in our body, is the dream we have. It is not how good that person is or not. It is the dream. That's our DNA. Our looks is because of our dream. When we change and we say we need a service where we all look despite our dream, we are constantly working on our image, our look to the world, and eventually people come to submit to dreams.
Word.
And I know we are people of color. I know how much you love entertainment, but I'm telling you now, look for strategic meetings, planning stuff we've done. That's 11 hours. Look for days like this and just make sure you sit down with the videos and just watch it over and over again until something snaps in your mind. And even if you feel confused, if you feel like we're not on the same wavelength yet, you're still trying to catch up, you have questions, just watch things like this over and over again, and you'll contract the spirit. For those of us coming from
wavelength is
don't
way
take it for
off.
granted that you have work to do, because the prosperity of yourself in the family is going to be based on a mindset. It's a mindset first. In hindsight, and I'll close with this, I'm looking back, I'm thinking, why exactly did I not think anything was impossible? It's just, or why did we get here rather? I just don't know why I thought everything is possible. So if we had turned to bundles then and said, the target is 30K, I just didn't see that there was an issue. YouTube had to teach me that how can young people find money? I thought they have it. But perhaps we're looking at a deposit of all the gold and all the oils inside you, and then I'm figuring it out that why will Johanna not be a multi-millionaire hair or beauty person? Then I found it. I found why. Her nurture. Somebody did an extra work. It didn't start from her dad or mom. It started from grandparents. They worked so hard that by the time she was born, she would not think of those things. It takes a lot of hard work to set people on a mindset. In fact, you can define prosperity for them and tell them, if you.
This guy just said a whole load of bullshit.
Yeah.
Listen to this. He's talking about one of them there that she did not have to struggle, but it started with her grandparents in beauty and fashion. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What is he saying? Wait, hold on.
YouTube had to teach me that how can young people find money? I thought they had it.
Wait. He said he thought. Wait, listen. He gives himself away every single time. Listen to him. YouTube had to teach him that young people don't have money. He thought that young people had money, but YouTube had to teach him. Listen. Wait. Okay, listen to him.
I thought everything is possible. So if we had turned to bundles then and said the target is 30K, I just didn't see that there was an issue. YouTube had to teach me that how can young people find money? I thought they have it. But perhaps we're looking at a deposit of all the gold and all the oils inside you, and then I'm figuring it out that why will Johanna not be a multimillionaire hair or beauty person? Then I found it. I found why. Her nurture. Somebody did an extra work. It didn't start from her dad or mom. It started from grandparent. They worked so hard that by the time she was born, she would not think of those things. It takes a lot of hard work to set people on a mindset. In fact, you can define prosperity for them.
I didn't understand that. Okay, you went from you didn't know that young people don't have money, then to this girl and beauty and fashion, then it was her grandparents. What is this man talking?
Will Johanna not be a multimillionaire hair or beauty person? Then I found it. I found why.
Okay, he's talking about somebody. So he's talking about Johanna. He's talking about why she would not be a multi-millionaire, right? Why she can't be one. And he's found it. It is her nurture. Her nurture? Her nurture? Oh, come on, man. People, listen. Look at
that. Oh. Why will Johanna not be a multi-millionaire hair or beauty person? Then I found it. I found why. Her nurture. Somebody did an extra work. It didn't start from her dad or mom. It started from grandparent. They worked so hard that by the time she was born, she would not think of those things. It takes a lot of hard work to set people on a mindset. In fact, you can define prosperity for them and tell them if you have this and that, that's prosperity. That nurture will stop them completely from what could happen, because the people doing these things don't have 2 or 3 heads. They really don't. It's just a mindset.
Phil, where are you? Do you understand? What is this nurture? I'm sorry, I'm going to take it back. I'm trying to
I know what that nurture he's talking about.
Okay, wait. The nurture did what exactly? What? How is Johannes? Oh my God. Come on, people. How does this make sense? Okay.
Opposite of all the gold and all the oils inside you. And then I'm figuring it out that why will Johanna not be a multi-millionaire hair or beauty person? Then I found it. I found why. Her nurture. Somebody did an extra work. It didn't start from her dad or mom. It started from grandparent. They worked so hard that by the time she was born, she would not think of those things. It takes a lot of hard work to set people on a mindset. In fact, you can define prosperity for them and tell them if you have this and that, that's prosperity. That nurture will stop them completely from what could happen, because the people doing these things don't have 2 or 3
I'm
heads.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Use the word nurture.
It's not making sense to me.
Nurture.
Somebody did an extra work. It didn't start from her dad or mom.
No, wait. It didn't start from her dad and mom. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Wait, go on.
Perhaps we're looking at the deposit of all the gold and all the oils inside you. And then I'm figuring it out that why will Johanna not be a multi-millionaire hair or beauty person? Then I found it. I found why. Her nurture. Somebody did
her nurture.
It didn't start from her dad or mom. It started from grandparent. They worked so hard that by the time.
So it's her nurture that is going to make her a multi-millionaire.
No. I think he's saying the reason why she's not a multi-millionaire is her nurture, and that somebody worked hard.
No, Phil. It is the nurture that is going to make her a millionaire. But it was not her parents that started it. It was her grandparents. They did the hard work.
But he said he found why she will not be a millionaire.
Not her. Phil, okay, you know what? Take it.
Play back right there by Joanna. Because that's what he said. Yeah.
Phil, listen, just watch the thing he go on. He's trying to tell them he has found the key to why they are going to be multimillionaires. Okay? That's what he's saying. All right, Phil? Just you watch, Phil. Just watch. Okay.
30K. I just didn't see that there was an issue.
Okay. So he said he was telling somebody to bring 30K. He didn't think it was an issue. Telling somebody a target was 30K. It was not an issue. It was YouTube that made him realize it was an issue. Oh, don't about me. Hey, look at this. Please
have work to do, because the prosperity of yourself in the family is going to be based on a mindset. It's a mindset first. In hindsight, and I'll close with this. I'm looking back. I'm thinking, why exactly did I not think anything was impossible? It's just or why did we get here, rather? I just don't know why I thought everything is possible. So if we had turned to bundles then and said the target is 30K, I just didn't see that there was an issue. YouTube had to teach me that how can young people find money? I thought they have it. But perhaps we're looking at a deposit of all the gold and all the oils inside you. And then I'm figuring it out that why will Johanna not be a multi-millionaire hair or beauty person? Then I found it. I found why. Her nurture. Somebody did an extra work. It didn't start from her dad or mom. It started from grandparents. They worked so hard that by the time she was born, she will not think of those things. It takes a lot of hard work to set people on a mindset. In fact, you can define prosperity for them and tell them if you have this and that, that's prosperity. That nurture will stop them completely from what could happen, because the people doing these things don't have 2 or 3 heads. They really don't. It's just a mindset. And so it would take us almost the same hard work to undo what was did. And what was did was everything that limits the
That is why I was telling you. He's saying the reason why she will not become a millionaire is because of the nurture from her family, the grandparents, which is counter to her doing. They do all the hard work, and she would not. And because they do hard work, he thinks that the prosperity that will come to her is that they think the prosperity will come to her easily, but she needs to do the hard work. That's why he now comes and say that, because he did say the reason why she will not become a millionaire or a hairdresser, and he was thinking about it, and it has to do with nurture from the grandparents and the mother. That's why he picked up. That's why he actually said, and that's why he said this here now.
But did you hear the incorrect grammar? Just now. He just said he has to undo what was did.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Did.
Was did.
He has to undo what was did.
Did.
Wait, hold on. He said they have to undo what was did. This guy.
So he's saying that grandparents and the parents saying set the child in the right mindset.
Okay.
That's what he's saying basically.
Say?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. So he has now to come out and do it. Insult the parents and
grandparents. Okay.
And so it would take us almost the same hard work to undo what was did. What was did was everything that limits the mind of man. And what we're doing now is just think to the extreme first. Think outside of everything we've known. And just think in family. I thank you all. It's been an amazing time.
Hey, Tobi. Anyway, people, good night. Good night, everyone.
Wow.
Please, you all, please go and undo what was did to all of you. What was did?
Parents and grandparents.
What was did? Anyway, people, good night. I need to go to bed. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
you.